Hello, Chicago Network is on the air.
Here's Bedard again with a shot. Scores! Connor Bedard!
And now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
And it is good! Whoa.
He did it.
That one going way up there. Adios!
Yes.
La Pantera!
Here he comes. PCA to the plate. And wow! Hey! Inside the park home run. Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yannishatis, and it's time to focus. And today, it is Fan Focus Live, as this is Game 2 of a shortened two-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Of course, it's supposed to be a three-game series. Game 2 last night was rained out. Now let's take a look back and see what happened in Game 1 on Tuesday night.
One walks with the wind blowing out. You look at big innings.
Collins rips one to right field. This one is hit a ton. Back it goes and gone for Isaac Collins. 2-0 Brewers.
Well, this is a team that hits it on the ground a ton, but here tonight, I think you get it in the air. And
Patrick on the mound likes to cut his fastball and run it away. The best that Shaw has done is by using the other side of the field.
lines one into the gap in right center field. That's going to roll. Nico's on the move. Nico racing towards third. They're going to send him. Porter to the plate. Shaw into second. It's an RBI double. And the Cubs are on the board. It's 2-1. That is hammered right center field. That one back towards the wall. And it's off the wall. Peck racing for third. Quentin Berry's going to hold him up. Tucker hit it hard. It's his third hit of the night.
Second double. This one very similar to the first one. He gets on this high pitch and drives it high off the wall. He's been playing pepper with that right center field wall here tonight.
Big moment in this game. Bottom of the fifth, a 2-1 Brewers lead. Cubs have runners at second and third and one out. And now Patrick will try to navigate the rest of this inning. He's got Seiya Suzuki. He has struck out Suzuki both times. Suffice it to say he could really use that other strikeout right now.
High fly ball, left field, on its way, out of here.
Suzuki finally got a fastball inside, inner half. They've been pitching him away. This ball they wanted away, and it leaks in.
Walk and a single. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. Line towards left center field. Pete Crow Armstrong. Oh, baby! What a catch! Unbelievable! Look where he finishes up. He's in straightaway left field. As spectacular a play as you will see. Crow Armstrong will start it off. Swing and a drive. Right field. Forget it. Off the scoreboard. Oh, he crushed it.
That ball was launched. It hit halfway up the video board. And right, an absolute, no doubt, blast.
Just incredible. To play in the outfield and then that swing of the bat shows you that skill set in the span of about 3 minutes.
Churio with his first hit, as mentioned. Now Contreras popped up, and this should do it. And fittingly, it'll end in the hands of Pete Crow Armstrong. Ball game. Cubs win. 5-3 the final.
Now it's time to take a look at your pitching matchup. First, for the Milwaukee Brewers, it'll be Freddie Peralta, who lifetime is 7-2 with a 2.93 in 14 starts against the Cubs. He met up with the Cubs on May 4th and threw 6 innings, 4-hit, no-run baseball, and gave the Brewers their only win against the Cubs this season. Jamison Tyon's 5-0 with a 1.91 ERA in his last 5 starts. May 3rd, he got a win against Milwaukee, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. That's your pitching matchup. It's time to head to the ballpark and watch some baseball. Brewers Cubs Fan Focus Live right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost time for first pitch. We are just minutes away I'm down here in the corner. I'm Ryan Yanoshadas. It is Fan Focus Live, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do the live watch-along Cubs Brewers Game 2 of this short two-game series. We're waiting for this thing to get on their way, and it's time. It's very close for baseball, and it's 1:20, which is the famous time, as always, for a Cubs day game here on the north side of Chicago. So today we're going to be watching along for this game. We're going to have Brandon James joining me. We have some stuff to talk about. We have a very important thing going on this weekend on our wrestling podcast, so we're going to talk about that. Plus, we're going to have other things going on as well. We have trivia as well, and we're going to get into that right now. And that trivia is, can you name, and we're going to give you the answers in the eighth, so we're going to give you time to talk. Can you name players who have played for both the Cubs and the Brewers? I got a list right now, and there's a whole list of them right here that I have not looked at, but I wrote down who I think. We'll talk about that in the eighth inning. So we got a lot of fun stuff planned as we are ready for baseball. And it's time to go to the yard. Let's go. So we're going to take this off. There's me, and it's time. We can take the trivia off. We'll talk about that in between. We're going to take, sometimes I'll be on here, sometimes I won't, and it's time for baseball, ball one, and we're underway here from Wrigley Field. Jamison Tyone has been on a streak. As you heard me in the open, 5-0 in his last 5 starts. That's a liner foul by Sam Frelick. It'll be Frelick, Churio, and Yelich 1, 2, 3 in the order. Contreras, Turang, Hoskins, Collins, Durbin, and Ortiz will round it out for Milwaukee, who's trying to at least get one of this 3-game series, or shortened 2-game series now. Tyone pitched very good in his one outing against the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee in the beginning of May. It'll be a ball outside, and it's already 3-1. Your umpires today will be Adam Beck behind the plate, crew chief Dan Iassoni at first, C.B. Buckner at second, and it'll be Scott Berry over at third. Here we go, the 3-1 count from Tyone. Fly ball hit deep, but not deep enough. Racing in his Kyle Tucker. He'll make the catch, and that's one away. So a fly out to right is the way this one begins. So one away. Now here's Jackson Churio. There is that lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Churio has the best record for the Brewers, or the best stats. He has an on-base percentage of 1.400. He's got a home run, 4 RBIs, batting .500 in 10 at-bats against Jamison Tyone. So if I were you, this is the guy to watch out for here in the first. Called strike right down the middle, 0-1. Glad you could join us here on Fan Focus Live, our 190th episode of Hello Chicago. We'd like to remind you to tune in to Hello Chicago every Monday through Friday, called Strike 2. Monday through Friday, where we focus on Chicago sports. We're nearing 200 episodes. We do them every Monday through Friday, so check it out. Please like the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Please subscribe, and also don't forget to like the YouTube channel as well, the Facebook page. You can't get this on the Facebook page, but please also comment as well. 0-2 count, line drive. This one will drop base hit into left field. Half will pick it up. Churio running racing to second, and he'll be there. And it's a double, so the hitting continues for Jackson Churio against the Chicago Cubs, Jamison Tyone, and it's a 1-out double. So that's the way this thing goes there, and they'll have a runner in scoring position. It seems like that ball was up for a while, and with Churio's speed, was able to just keep on trucking. So man at second, 1 away. Tyone now will face Christian Yelich, designated hitter today, not out there in the outfield. It'll be a ball low, 1-0. Weather today, not too bad. Beautiful day. Of course, last night's game rained out. It'll be part of a doubleheader on Monday, August the 18th, which is the start of a 5-game series between these two teams on the north side of Chicago. 1-0 count. Ground ball, line drive, base hit to right field. That'll get Churio in. And just like that, the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. So after the Cubs, Jamison Tyone didn't give up a run in their last meeting, and the Brewers will strike first here in the first, and they've gotten to Jamison Tyone. So a single for Tyone. or single for Christian Yelich, excuse me. And just like that, a 1-0 lead. And again, Freddie Peralta, who pitched very good against the Cubs last time, already has a 1-0 lead. And the Brewers trying to get out of Chicago with a split. The ball inside 1-0 to William Contreras, the brother of former Cub Wilson Contreras, who we're going to talk about that story when Rhys Hoskins comes to the plate. A lot of drama going there, and it really hasn't finished. A little interesting twerk of that in Chicago. 1-0 count now to Williams. Well over the first, and nothing there. Cubs will welcome in the Seattle Mariners tomorrow for a weekend series. Brewers were just home. I'm assuming they're on the road. Again, 1-0 count, the pitch. Liner foul, I believe. Did I see they were facing Minnesota? So Taillon, not the best start so far in this one, trying to calm it down. You'd like to keep it only at 1 run. We'll see if he'll be able to. 1-1 count. Ground ball to third. Over the bush, and that'll be a double play. So they do get a run. Brewers strike first at the end of a half. It's the Brewers 1, Cubs coming up. You're watching Fan Focus live on the Hello Chicago Network.
25 in his drive to left. Cubs win! Cubs win on a Contreras homer.
All's well that ends well. It's getting to be a habit around here.
Okay, now let's take a look at the Cub lineup. Hap, Tucker, and Ezekiel lead things off. Then PCA, who's had quite the season. Swanson, Bush, Kelly, Horner, and Shaw will round things out against Freddie Peralta, who's pitched phenomenal so far this season, and he'll try to do it again against the Cubs. A 2.60 ERA, and the Brewers, like I said, trying to leave Chicago with a split. Peralta's first pitch, that'll be outside 1-0 to Ian Happ. Ryan Yanishadis with you. Fan Focus Live, our 190th episode. Glad you could join us. Beautiful afternoon for baseball at Wrigley. 1-0 count now to Ian Happ, who's been the Cubs leadoff man. A lot of people controversial, fouled away, about him being the number one, being the leadoff man, and at times struggling, but it seems like he's getting healthy now. It seems like things are getting back together with him. Ian Happ in 29 at-bats. He has a home run. He's batted .069. So Ian Happ has, in 29 at-bats, called strike 1 and 2. Not very good, as he'll be the first one here against Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta, lowest opponent batting average against the Cubs since 1916. So like I said, it is going to be a tough one, and it was key for the Brewers to strike first in the first inning. And I was at that game May 4th. He pitched against Shota Imanaga, which was Shota's last start for the Cubs since he got hurt. Hopefully he'll be back soon. But he was lights out Popped up foul. Is that one going to get out of play? And it will. Packed house at Wrigley on a Thursday afternoon. You heard when the Brewers scored, you heard a lot of fans. So odds are a lot of Brewer fans making the day trip up I-90, or I guess down I-94 to the friendly confines. 1-2 count to Ian Happ in the pitch. Just outside, says Adam Beck. And as you can see, again, that box doesn't guarantee a strike zone. I know a lot of people take that to heart, but that's what you base it off of now. 1-2, ground ball. That'll be the first. Nice play. Reese Hoffman's on his butt and gets it over to Freddie Peralta, and that's out number 1. So 1 gone here in the bottom of the first, and now it will be Kyle Tucker. Cubs are hoping this isn't his only year as a Chicago Cub. I went on the record and said if they don't re-sign King Tuck, I'm going to boycott Wrigley Field next year. The only reason I've been going to games this year, definitely going to the Hall of Fame game, but neither here nor there. But hopefully they can lock this man up. He's had a great start to his season. Career against Freddie Peralta, he has had 5 at-bats. He's batting .800. So he's actually doing pretty good. So in 5 at-bats, he's 4 for 5, if I'm doing my math right. That's an 0-1 count to Tucker. Suzuki on deck. Ball low, 1-1. Not sure on the wind blowing today. The way it looked like his hair, Freddie Peralta's hair was blowing, it looks like it might be in today, so maybe not the ball carrying like it was in Game 1 Tuesday night. 1-0, or 1-1. That'll be low, 2-1. Brewers in their alternate navy blue uniforms. I'm actually a fan of those Brewer uniforms. They were talking, I saw something on Twitter, X, the other day, where they were talking about the best Brewer jersey, and this one might be one of them. Ball outside, 3-1. So a hitter's pitch here for King Tuck. He's trying to get something going here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Brewers, if you're just tuning in. An RBI single by Christian Yelich, who we know has done a lot of damage in this ballpark. 3-1 count, way inside. And Kyle Tucker will get the walk, and that'll put a runner on here for the Cubs. And now it'll be Seiya Suzuki, who had the big hit in Game 1 on Tuesday night. A 3-run homer to give the Cubs the lead, and they did not relinquish that lead. Seiya Suzuki in 17 at-bats, batting .118 against Freddie Peralta. Has left the yard. Home run, 3 RBI. And that'll be a called strike 0-1. From a Cubs perspective, you always want to make sure. I always say you got to try to get, like, it's the first inning. So now this will be a fly ball right field. Easy play there for Sam Kulik. He'll be there and he'll make the catch out number 2. So mainly you want to get that pitch count up. Like, you always want it to be at least in the next number. So right now it's 1 in the first. You want to get it in the 2s if you want to get him out of this game. And now here comes PCA, who's had a phenomenal all-star caliber season. He has the most home runs, but in June, by the All-Star break, as a Cubs outfielder since Sammy Sosa in 2002. So that tells you Cubs haven't had a powerful outfielder. There'll be got a piece of that one, and it's 0-1. So 0-1 count, runner at first, the Tucker walk. The only thing that worries me about PCA is he is like the Javi Baez, where he'll swing at bad pitches, but when he makes contact, it goes a long way. He's very good defensively, but at the same time, and don't forget, I say he's the Javi Baez for you folks that don't remember, which I'm sure most of you do if you're a Cub fan, he was traded for Javi Baez. That'll be a ball way outside, and you see the sun now coming out, making the Federal Landmark looking beautiful. Please comment your thoughts if you have anything. We'll talk about that. Be interactive here on Fan Focus Live. Cubs Brewers, Game 3. Well, technically it's game 2 of a shortened 2-game series. Swing and a miss, 1-2 to PCA. Tucker at first. Just on their way, 1-0 Brewers. They got the single by Yelich, and the before preceded that was the double by Jackson Churio. And I'm sure this replay, this is going to be the diving catch we saw in the open. What a play by PCA. And again, he's been phenomenal. And then it seems like literally, I think 4 minutes later, hit a 453-foot home run off the scoreboard and right. 1-2 count. Fly ball, that one's deep. Going back, and it's gone. Good night baseball, PCA. And the Cubs take a 2-1 lead. PCA got all of that one. His 20th home run of the season, and the Cubs back on top. Into the right field bleachers. Beautiful view right there, and it's 2-1 your score. PCA just continues to roll, and that'll be a ball outside, 1-0. So the offense striking first, or striking off in here. PCA running to go to the bathroom before he has to get back out there in a couple minutes. Ground ball to short. Easy. Inning is over. But PCA leaves the yard. It is 2-1 Cubs after 1. This is Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network. Now what we're going to show you real quick, we're going to go to something different. We're going to go to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at it. Bottom of the 6th inning. It is 6-3. See if we're on this right now. Yeah, we're right. 9-4 in the lead of the Twins over the Reds. Reds have been really hot as of late. Rockies, who have one of the worst records in baseball. It's 2-2 with Washington in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Yankees looking to get a W. They haven't won in almost a week. They lead 4-2 over the Angels. Pirates, Tigers in a doubleheader today. Tyreek Skubal pitching that one. I believe Paul Skeens pitches tonight. It's 5-0 Tigers in the top half of the 3rd. White Sox, Cardinals. White Sox would be nice if the Cubs could get some help from the White Sox, but the Cardinals already up 1-0 in the top half of the 2nd. They have a double dip today as well. Obviously, Cubs, Brewers, Rangers, Royals. Coming up, Blue Jays host the Diamondbacks. Guardians hosted by the Giants. Marlins, Phillies, Mets, Braves. Orioles, Rays, Astros, A's, Padres, Dodgers. Then there's the double headers coming up a little bit later on. So that is the out-of-town scoreboard here for today. And hopefully more runs will be added to the scoreboard for the Northsiders. It's 2-1 going to the 2nd inning. We're going to get back to that one if I can find it. So, look, we're joined by Taylor McGregor. That's always nice. So now it's here in the 2nd inning. So appreciate everyone watching. Don't forget to comment below. Comment on this one, your thoughts on what's going on in this one. As always, and then don't forget about our trivia question, which is, can you name players who have played for both the Cubs and the Brewers? Now, they just show Craig count. Well, he doesn't count. He never played for the Cubs, but he managed the Cubs, managed both of these teams. And obviously, it's still very hated in Chicago, or shooting in Milwaukee. I was at that game on Memorial Day last year when he was booed. He's still always booed. 1-0 count. And that'll be a called strike. Still looking at PCA. 2-1 homer in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Cubs with a 2-1 lead. Beautiful pitch by Tyone to Terang. Could he be the starting center fielder in the All-Star game this year. 1-2 count. Ground liner one to Dansby Swanson. That's one away. One gone here in the top half of the second inning, and now it'll be Reese Hoskins, who had some hullabaloo over the weekend in Milwaukee against this weekend against William Contreras' brother, former Cub Wilson Contreras, a dust up, hit by pitch, and then Wilson Contreras had some very choice words for Reese Hoskins with the ball inside 1-0. And that led to, like I said, Wilson Contreras named some stuff, benches warned. But also the funny fact about this is, as we saw in the out-of-town scoreboard, the Cardinals are also in Chicago, facing the White Sox. The Brewers and the Cardinals, who just had this dust up and all this drama in Milwaukee, are now in the same hotel in the city of Chicago. Fly ball, left field, deep, up and gone. Good night baseball for Reese Hoskins. And this game is tied just like that. And no lack of offense so far here early on. 11th home run for Reese Hoskins. And it is a 2-2 game just like that. So he didn't like me. And that one didn't look like it was going to carry. And that one almost got onto the street, which is something you don't really see at Wrigley anymore. So 2-2. And now Tyrone will try to regroup. He hasn't exactly been spotless so far in this one. Now it'll be Isaac Collins. He had the big hit, and he had a 2-run homer to give the Brewers the lead. Adam Beck with the high strike calls. Durbin to follow. If anyone else gets on, Ortiz here in the top half of the second inning. Pesky bunch, the Brewers. They don't go away. We'll take a look at the NL Central standings in a little bit here. Scott Beatty commenting former guys that have played for the Brewers and the Cubs. Henry Blanco I forgot about. Jose Cardinal I didn't know. I don't know who Chad Fox is. Matt Garza I had on my list. Glendon Rush I didn't have. I forgot about him. Aramis Ramirez, Jason Kendall. Another random one that these are the ones that are on my list. Jeremy Burnitz. Now, I think it was 2005 or 2006. The Cubs went 66-96 in 2006, but it'll be a ball way outside. But Jeremy Burnitz, obviously fan favorite in Milwaukee. Only, I believe, 1 year with the Cubs. Jose Quintana, who's currently on the Brewers, not pitching in this series. Matt Stairs. That's one. And then a couple honorable mentions, as that's a walk. Paul Bacco, I have on my list. LaTroy Hawkins. These are ones that I remember. Obviously, Jason Kendall, and then David Weathers, who was the closer for the Cubs, but more for the Brewers. So that's my list so far. Please continue to comment. There's a lot. It's like 2 pages full. I haven't looked at it yet, but we'll read through that in a little bit. Grounder fouled from Durbin, met in 2:16. 2-2 your score. Brewers took a 1-0 lead in the top half of the first. Bottom half, Cubs take a 2-1 lead on the PCA home run, and Reese Hoskins ties it up with the home run here in the top half of the second. And they're trying to keep it at 2-2. Brewers trying to get that lead. Ball outside. Tyone, not the spot-on Tyone he has been. And I think he's on the brink of being an all-star this year. But an outing against the Brewers, and then his next start's against the Cardinals next week in St. Louis. I think these are 2 starts you need to step up if you want to be an all-star. That'll be inside corner, 1 and 2. Craig Counsell never doesn't look anxious. Always seeing him as the Brewers manager, now seeing him way more often as the Cubs manager. Always looks on edge. Oh, tried to get him to swing, could not. 31 pitches already here in the second inning. So Tyone working through it here in game one, or in inning number 2, game 2. Fly ball left field. PCA going back, and that one is gone. Get up, get up, get out of here, and gone for Caleb Durbin. And it's 4-2 Brewers here in the top half of the second inning. And an offensive game it is today. Not the game you wanted for Jamison Tyone. Again, originally, because of the postponement, it was supposed to be I'm blank, Cade Horton. And now a visit on the mound. So an offensive game here today. I guess that answers the question if the wind's blowing out. But Cubs get that lead in the bottom of the first, and we're hoping for the same thing here, to just a shutdown inning, but it has been anything but here early on. 4-2 Brewers, and the Brewers might need this one. And now it'll be Ortiz, Jose Ortiz. Is it Jose? I don't even know. Batting 188, and then back to the top of the order. Tyone needs to reel it in here. Called strike 0-1. I'm assuming Cade Horton will pitch tomorrow. Playing in a miss 0-2. Start that series with the Mariners over the weekend to close out this 10-game, well, now 9-game homestand before, I think, a pretty big 4-game series against the Cardinals next week at Busch Stadium. Fly ball, right field. Tucker looks like he's got room just shy of the track, makes the catch, 2 away. 2 gone here in the second. And now we'll be back to the top of the order, and Sal Frelick, who flew out to start the ball game. 4-2 Brewers. So if you were looking for some scoring on this Fan Focus Live, it's exactly what they've gotten. Ball low, 1-0. Don't want to get to the 2 guys that did the damage in the first. Let Tyone get back to the dugout. 1-0 count. The pitch. Fly ball center field. PCA right there, and that's going to end it. A 2-run shot, 2 homers for the Brewers, and they lead 4-2 going to the bottom of the second. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network.
Rubber game between the Cubs and Brewers at Wrigley. 3-1 Brewers lead. Top of the fourth, Jonathan VR off Kyle Hendricks and off the glove of Addison Russell. That'll get down, and it's a 4-1 game. Same score, bottom 6, 2 on, 2 outs. Wilson Contreras, the clutch hit to right off Carlos Torres. It's a 4-2 game. Bottom 8, same score. Corey Knebel now pitching with 2 on. And Addison Russell at the plate. Great job. Just reaches out and slaps it into right field. That'll play Chris Bryant. It's a 4-3 game. On to the 9th. Neftali Feliz trying to save it, but Chris Bryant has other ideas. The 1-out base hit to center. That makes it a 4-4 game, and it sets the stage for Addison Russell. 2 on, 2 out, and the big blast to left. That'll get out. It's a walk-off winner for the Cubs. They win it 7-4.
We're back. 4-2 Brewers here in the bottom half of the second inning. Ball low, 1-0 to the first baseman, Michael Bush. It'll be Bush, Kelly, and Horner here in the bottom of the second. You saw in that moment we just saw the Cubs were down 4-2 in the eighth. They're down, and then they ended up coming up with a walk-off winner by Addison Russell, ball 2-0. And Peralta's not been lights out either here early on. I'd like to remind you fans, please subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Search Hello Chicago Network. Every Monday through Friday, 3:12 Central, we are focusing on Chicago sports. Popped up. This one will stay in. Third base, foul territory, into fair territory, almost tripping over the base there, but makes the play, and that's out number one here in the bottom of the second inning for Freddie Peralta. And now it'll be Carson Kelly. I was at the game in Sacramento. So was Brandon when he, unbeknownst to us, hit a cycle. He cooled off a bit. Probably catcher Miguel Amaya has been on the injured list. Hopefully returned before the All-Star break. They're going to miss 0-1. So the catcher spot has actually been a lot of those, everything that you see there kind of happened in April, early May. He's cooled off since then. 4-1 count to Carson Kelly. All low, 1-1. Cubs down 4-2. A lot of scoring here early on. Tyone needs a shutdown inning. Two still comebackable in what seems to be a launching pad this afternoon at the corner of Clark and Addison. That one will be on the corner, 1-2. The third inning, we're going to have a different kind of camera view. These are courtesy of Marquee Sports Network. This is the Wrigley Vision, and it came out at a perfect time because you can watch the game without the announcer, so I can give you the live audio, which is awesome. So, a shout out to Marquee. Hey! All the way outside, 2-2. This is a lot of fun. This is my dream, is to be able to broadcast, and I love doing it. Got a chance to do it. Interning, going to go back to school in a few years. So being able to do this is part of just for fun. And then it is called strike 3, 2 away. That one low, but he's been calling the low pitches. So that's out number 2. So this is something I love to do, and I work third shift, so only got a few hours of sleep doing this. Rest up and then go right back to work. So I'm doing this for the love of baseball and love of sports broadcasting. So hope you guys enjoy it. 2 away, here's Nico Horner. Fouled away 0-1. Still looking for his first home run of the season. No home runs, 29 RBIs, almost around 300. He was injured at the beginning of the year. And he's been there. The Cubs have had such a phenomenal defense this year. It's just been great. It's been almost where you almost can guarantee nothing bad's going to happen. Like, it's all back. This will be a ground ball second base. Nice play. 1-2-3 inning going to be to the Brewers. Brewers lead 4-2 after 2. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network. Okay, getting ready here. This is a different view. We're going to do the behind the home plate view here in the top half of the third inning, so work with me. Fly ball, Jackson Curio. And I'm not sure if we're going to like this because I have no clue what's going on. Let's see here. Well, I guess we could tell by the replay. I'm assuming it was a hit. And it is. So a leadoff single by Jackson Churio, and he just continues to rake against Jamison Tyone. Now it'll be Christian Yelich. So this will only be a half an inning thing because I have no clue what's going on, and that's no fun to the broadcast. So we're going to take that off for 1 second. We're going to go put the other one back on. I thought it'd be fun, but no, it's not. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to be a base hit. Churio's going to go to third, and it's a first and third, nobody out. So it's going to be the meat of the Cubs order, or meat of the Brewers order, taking it to Tyone, who's just not having it today. So I'm going to get the first and third, nobody out. We're going to get this up real quick so you guys don't have to look at me. Not that you really, if you're a Cubs fan, you don't really want to see it so far. Line drive, base hit by William Contreras, and it's all Brewers so far. It's 5-2. So William Contreras getting the hit. And this is probably going to be close to the end for Tyone, because it is just not his day. Nobody out, one in. And trying to have to figure out now how to get these outs. Line drive, left field, half is good, driving kick, one away. Well, that's a nice play there. And again, like I said, the Cub defense has been phenomenal. That'll be out number one. Trying to keep this to again, you got a 3-run game in the third inning still obtainable. And now it'll be Rhys Hoskins who left the yard his last time up. That was last inning. Brewers have batted around here today. 5-2 Brewers. Top of the third, Rhys Hoskins will get a strike, and it's 0-1. Tyone trying to get out of this mess. This part of the order has killed him so far today. That'll be low. I think it's the way how Carson Kelly caught that. One count, one away. Top of the third inning. Brewers trying to pull away and make it an easy victory today. Swing and a miss, 1-2. But the way this Cub offense has gone, if you can get to that Brewers bullpen has been somewhat sketchy. Remember, they don't have a closer anymore. Devin Williams, now a Yankee, and he's having his own struggles there. 1-2 count on Rhys Hoskins. He'll look over, throw over to second base. Christian Yelich was not been the Yelich that you saw a couple of years, or the year with Javi Baez. He earned that contract that year, but he has not been the home run hitting Christian Yelich you saw that in 2017. 1-2 count. Ball low, Kelly, and they try to get, and there's CB Buckner over at second. And if you watched the Father's Day Focus, we had a story about CB Buckner where Dusty Baker got ejected because of a bad call in that very stadium. Nice job by Carson Kelly. Yelich a little too far off there, but as you can see, he's safe. 2-2 count to Hoskins, who's already homered today, so you got to watch out. The ball is carrying at Wrigley Field today. Fly ball, left field. I'm like, oh boy, that'll be after Ian Happ. He'll make the catch 2 away. So 2 gone. And now it'll be Mr. Collins. Again, it's not your mama's, not your father's Milwaukee Brewers. Not a murderer's row, if you will. A lot of young guys. And I mean, this team was able to click last year and run away with the National League Central. This year, trying to stay afloat and try to keep up with the Cubs. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. And they could split this series with a victory today. And again, that'll be a 5-game series in the middle of August. That's going to be a fun series. Instead, starts with a doubleheader on Monday, August the 18th. And the Cubs do have one more trip to Wrigley North as well. That'll be a ball outside. 2-0. 50 pitches for Tyone. I mean, if he can get out of this, you're hoping for a few more innings. But he just has not been able to put up that 0 you were hoping for today. 2-0 count, the pitch. That'll be a called strike, 2-1. Don't forget about our fan-focused trivia question today. Can you name players who have played for both the Cubs and the Brewers? Comment your answers if you can. Swing and a miss. And let us know. We've already named a couple. My friend Scott Beatty reached in, and he's told me a bunch of them. And we'll run through the list in the top half of the 8th. Top of the 5th through the 7th, Brandon James going to join me on loan from the Raise the Bar TV. And we have something big coming up this weekend. We have a lot on the line. We have a fight this weekend. I've been training Brandon. I hope he's doing he's doing crunches, but hopefully he's not the crunch of potato chips. Because I need Brandon fully focused. 2-2 count the pitch. Looks like an appeal didn't go. Appeal to third base umpire Scott Berry. Full count, runners will be going here, so anything that happens or a hit here would probably score a run. Full count, top half of the 3rd inning, the pitch. Tipped and foul. This will be pitch number 55 for Jamison Tyone. We'll take a look at those National League Central standings another inning from now. And Christian Yelich ended up at 3rd base. I don't know what. Jamison Tyone doesn't feel in it today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because everything was thrown off. But no one's at 3rd. They'll be fouled off. But I know it was supposed to start last night. And starting today, it just seems like something is not there with Jamison Tyone today. After 5 starts where he's 5-0, he's getting rocked today. You just don't want to give up anything else, and you can't have stuff like that happen. 3-2 count, full count. Runner will be going. At least it's first. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 got him. So he does get out of that. Another run scored. It's 5-2 in the lead of the Milwaukee Brewers. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network.
And this will get the Cubs on the board. High is home. Jay to second. It's 3-1. Cracked his bat. Little blooper. Base hit. 3-2. John Jay will score. RBI number 70 for Chris Bryant. Loop and diving catch, Sogard. He just robbed Zobrist of at least a game-tying hit. There goes Schwarber. Swing and a miss by Hayward. The throw is in time but dropped. Sogard couldn't hang on to it. They might have had him. And Schwarber picks up his first stolen base.
Situation.
Ground ball towards center, base hit. Jay will score. So will Chris Bryant.
And the Cubs lead. Big 3-1 pitch. He walked him. Cubs lead 5-4. Knebel livid with Carlos Torres. But the Cubs have the lead in the 10th, and Javier Baez.
Okay, here we go. Top half or bottom half of the third inning. Ryan Yanishatis with you. Fan Focus Live. Matt Shaw lead things off. First pitch, ball inside 1-0. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Cubs. First time through the order. Brewers are already going through. Almost going to be the third time through the order. So that's not me in the booth, but that is Boog Shambi and Jim DeShays. Fouled away, 1-1. Brandon James on loan from the Raise the Bar TV. We'll have some stuff to talk about. And he'll be joining us from the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now to Matt Shaw, who defensively has been great as a Cub. Offensively, still looking for him to get hot. He's batting .230. But some of the defensive plays he's made over the last couple of weeks have been great. Popped up. This will be shallow center. Churio coming in makes the catch. And that's out number 1. So 1 gone. And that'll be back to the top of the order in Ian Happ. He grounded out in the first inning. So 1 gone. Now it'll be the top of the order. Liner foul 0-1, right? A cookie. Pitch number 35 for Freddie Peralta, but he's looking with a 3-run lead. He's looking pretty good right now. Oh, 1. Ball high, 1-1. Liner foul. Peralta has had the Cubs number. You give him a 3-run lead. Cubs had a lead in this one. Didn't last very long, but they had it after the first. He has not yet put up a 0. Ball low. 1 in the first. 2 in the second, or 3 in the second, and 1 in the third for Tyone. Love to get a couple more innings out of him. I mean, I know the bullpen got a rest yesterday, but still. Ball outside. Nice take there by Ian Happ. 3-2 count. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network. Please go to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe. Every Monday through Friday, 3:12 Central, we are focused on Chicago sports. Oh, wow. Late call there by Adam Beck. Ian Happ not happy. And that's out number 2. So it looked like a walk. I mean, we've talked about it already. I mean, that box isn't official. I mean, he's had some iffy calls so far here today outside of the zone. So you can't really say that's something new or a bad call because that's where he's been doing it this whole game. So 2 away. Here's Kyle Cup. Fouled away 0-1. a walk and scored on PCA's home run. PCA due up next. Ball in the dirt. One. Called strike 1 and 2. The home run ball has been something special for PCA so far this year. 1-2 count the pitch to Mr. Kyle Tucker. Good take, 2-2. Looked like he was ready to pounce on that. Another good take and a good call there. Now you're not really sure where Adam Beck's going to make these calls. And it's a 3-2 count on King Tuck. Not a nickname the Cubs gave him. He had it before he got here. Fouled away. Like I said, if he can get on, PCA will be due up. We'll take a look in between innings at the National League Central Division standings. Have another Brewer Cub moment. We're going to do that after every top half of the inning. Brandon James will be joining us soon for 3 innings, so I'll be the smartest man in the room. I can't say that. He's going to be my tag partner this weekend. 3-2 count the pitch. Swing and a miss and got him. So after 3, it's 5-2 Brewers here on Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network. Now let's take a look, at least from the Cubs' perspective, let's take a look at something that might make us feel a little better, and that's the National League Central standings. And right now, let's take a look at some of the other ones as well. The Yankees have a 1.5 lead. They've hit the scuttlebutt a little bit. They're only a 1.5 over Tampa, and Tampa came back. They had the largest comeback of 2025, an 8-run deficit. They end up coming back. They win that, so they're a 1.5 up. Tigers continuing to roll. A 9-game lead over the Cleveland Guardians. And the Astros, even without Tucker and getting rid of Ryan Presley and not re-signing Bregman, they have a 5.5 game lead over the Mariners. Mariners will be at Wrigley tomorrow. Mariners are a game over, half game out in the National, or 5.5 out in the National or American League West. In the National League, the Mets struggling. They've also not played well. They're looking to avoid the sweep in Atlanta tonight. They're only a game up on the Phillies, and the Braves are 11 games out, but they're looking for the sweep. So we'll see what they can do. Phillies are my pick to win the World Series this year. I picked that on opening day. And then the National League Central, Cubs have their biggest lead of 6.5. The Reds have been playing really well. They're losing right now, though. The Brewers trying to make it 5.5 and getting out of town. The Cardinals, a 4-game series coming up at Busch next week. That is going to be a very, very huge game. And Milwaukee will be trying to see where Milwaukee's at next. I believe it's against the Twins. Thought I saw that, but I'm not always, a lot of times I'm not right. But thank you very much for tuning in here on Fan Focus Live. Ryan Yanishatis with you. We're going to the top half of the fourth inning, 5-2 Brewers. And again, the trivia question today, can you name players who have played for both the Cubs and the Brewers? Greg Counsell managed both, but unfortunately has not been did not play for both. We're going to go back to the top half of the fourth inning here. I got multiple screens going, so I'm trying to manage this. Let's see if we can get back to the game. Called strike. And it's a 1-1 count on Durbin, who homered earlier in this ball game. Liner foul. We're at the past the 1 hour mark here on Fan Focus Live. Ryan Yanishalis with you. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel every Monday through Friday, 3:12 Central. We are focusing on Chicago sports. Now with all the playoffs going on. Called strike 3 outside corner. Like I said, he's been calling it for both teams. Can't complain there. And that's one away here in the top half of the fourth. It's Joey. I think I called him Jose Ortiz earlier. It's Joey Ortiz. Pat Murphy, the manager of the Brewers, taking over for Craig Counsell. Ball inside 1-0. Trying to get locked in here. This game isn't over. You can't let it get it much more. Swing and a miss. Brewers have not put up a 0 today. So far through the first 3 innings, Tyone trying to get the 4th inning to be the first 0, and they could use it. 1-1 count, the pitch. Ground ball, that's a line drive, base hit into left. So now Ortiz gets on, and that gets for the top of the order, which has been absolutely dismantled. Jamison Tyone today. There's the bleacher bums. Enjoying it. Not as hot today as it's going to be over the weekend. It's going to be a scorcher. So if you're heading out to the ballpark, I'll be in the city on Saturday. Not going to the game, but not looking forward to the heat. 1 on, 1 out, top of the 4th. Called strike 0-1. You'd love to stop it here because the next 2 guys have been absolutely dismantled. Tyone swinging and a miss, 0-2. Tyone's next start will be next week against the St. Louis Cardinals. Big 4-game series at Busch. Then they'll go to Houston next weekend. And Kyle Tucker, it'll be tapped. And that one, diving catch by Ian Happ. That's 2 gone. Sam Frelick didn't even know he hit the ball. But that is out number 2. So that is 2 gone. And now it'll be the Tyone killer in Jackson Chourio. What a job by Ian Happ to be able to get that, because the way this game has gone early on for the Cubs, that one should have dropped, and it should be 1st and 3rd, and Chourio going to come up. See what happens here. This could be the last thing here. A double in the 1st and scored for Chourio. And then in the 3rd inning, he got a single and scored. So he has had a game. 1-0 count. So far, the player of the game. Ground ball to short. And a quick flip by Dansby. So a nice 0 for the Cubs. Let's see if the offense can get going to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network.
Chase Anderson and the Brewers are at Wrigley Field looking for a 9th straight win, but Cubs hurler Kyle Hendricks is up to the challenge of pulling off the Brew Crew.
One of the better changeups in the game.
Struck him out. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Punch out of a very dangerous hitter.
Bobby at first, and they've got him picked off. Doesn't mean he's going to be out, though. He'll be tagged by Arcia. Got him looking. It is his first strikeout.
Schwarber drives one in the air, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone. Line drive, home run to right. Kyle Schwarber. Cubs lead 1-0. Another laser-like line drive. It left the park in a major hurry, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
Boy, not much doubt about this one. I mean, this is just an absolute line drive about 400 feet.
Line drive, leaping catch by Baez. The second baseman going high in the air to make a backhanded leaping catch. And that's out number 1. Another beautiful defensive play. A pitch. Ground ball to second base. Baez is there. He'll throw to first. Inning over. No runs for Milwaukee. They lead 1. Kyle Hendricks with 7 shutout innings.
Brandon Morrow out there to try to preserve this 1-0 lead.
Chance for 2. 4-3. Double play. High fly ball left field. That is Ian Happ. And he's got it. Cubs win.
Exhale, Kyle. Woo. Can of corn, never doubt.
Top half or bottom half of the 4th inning, 5-2 Brewers. This is a nugget of the game. Seiya Suzuki and Pete Crow Armstrong have been great together. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Freddie Peralta back out there. This will be the next pitch. Will be pitch number 50. It'll be Suzuki, PCA, and Swanson with a 3-run Milwaukee lead. So Brewers with a win today would get back to 5.5 games out of the National League Central. And these two teams will meet again for a while. I believe that, like I said, a 5-game series coming up in August. 2-2 the count. They'll have one more series in Milwaukee. That will be July 28th, 29th, and 30th. So that'll be the next series. I don't know how Suzuki made contact with that one, but he fouls that one away. It'll be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Milwaukee. You know, looking back at these clips we've been showing, you know, there's not many. I haven't really had much hatred for a Milwaukee Brewer. It's more their fans that annoy me. But Ryan Braun was probably the one guy that you can hate. And I mean, even as a Brewer fan, you have to admit everything he did, where he threw the guy under the bus for the piss sample or whatever happened, just a bad guy. And I think he's coming back, I believe, to Milwaukee for a home run derby. So I'm sure that'll be great. But, yeah, easily probably the most hateable. Carlos Lee could be up there. He was a Cub killer. Played for 3 teams that dismantled the Cubs, or always played them. I mean, he played for the White Sox, the Astros, the Brewers. El Caballo. 3-2 count to Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a miss. Got him one away. So one gone here in the top or bottom of the 4th inning. And now it'll be PCA with nobody on. PCA homered, a 2-run homer in the first. That's been all the offense by the Cubs today. Trying to get something going. You'd love to get Freddie Peralta out of this game. Fouled away 0-1. So an 0-1 count to PCA and the pitch. Fouled away. Don't know how he got a piece of that one either. It's crazy in Major League Baseball. The pitches that they can hit. And also the pitches they can't hit. Oh, 0-2 count to PCA, the pitch. Way outside. Liner foul. PCA, the first, this is the look back at its home run in the first. That one carried just out. And that's all the offense for the Cubs today against Freddie Peralta. At that point, had a 2-1 lead, and it's been all Brewers ever since. Tyone got his first 1-2-3 inning. The pitch, strike 3 got him. Peralta's now locked in with his 3-run lead. Now it'll be Dansby Swanson. (5-2) lead of the Brewers. Low 0-1 or 1-0 to Dansby, who he's been great as a Cub defensively. It just seems like the offense is hit and miss. He'll get these spots where he gets a home run here and there, but it just seems like he can't be that guy to get a rally going. And it just seems like he becomes that rally killer for the Cubs. Ball 2-0 to Dansby. Beautiful afternoon on the north side of Chicago. Both sides of town in action. How many times do you get to say that? I think it's only like once or twice a year, both sides of town. Now today, if you're a ballpark chaser, is the day you'd want to be in Chicago to knock them out. You go to the day game. I mean, it wasn't planned that way because originally they just had a day game today, the Cardinals and the White Sox, but they have a night game today too. So you go to this one and then you take whatever. There's not a train that goes to the south side, but you can make it and get the White Sox out of the way all in one day. Brandon will be joining us just a second. We've done a doubleheader before. I think we left in like the second inning of the second game. We were over it. That's a long day of baseball. So I don't know. At the end of the day, as I said, Dansby Swanson, that one's gone. There's the random home run. Good night, baseball for Dansby Swanson, and it's 5-3. And it's a 2-run game. That one was hit hard, like we said. Still a ball game. We're only in the bottom half of the fourth. That one got up in the zone. And it's sponsored by Hefty because it's full of crap. Oh, there's the camera view we tried using earlier that turned into a shit show. Ball low 1-0 to Michael Busch. Well, Swanson with the home run. Now it'll be Busch. If he can get on, Carson Kelly could be the tying run here in the bottom half of the fourth. Ball outside, 2-0. I probably shouldn't call these pitches before they happen with Adam Beck as your home plate umpire. You must be taking... Don't hide. It's Fan Focus Live. Ball low, and maybe Peralta a little shaken up after the Dansby Swanson home run. Ball out. Oh, it's a walk. And the tying run going to come to the plate here in the bottom half of the fourth. And it's going to be Carson Kelly. Pat Murphy, not my cousin, but the manager of the Brewers, looking on. William Contreras having a word. I love that song. Take Me Home Tonight by Eddie Money. Nice umbrella hat. Again, it's a great day to come. I mean, it's not, I can't sit here and say stuff like, oh, Brewer fans shouldn't come to Wrigley because I love going to Milwaukee. The tailgate, you can't do that on the north side of Chicago. You got to do that there. Ball 1-0, and Peralta a little wild here. So I'll never say, well, come on out to the Federal Landmark, Brewer fans. Two completely different experiences. You go to Milwaukee, you get the tailgating and you get that experience. Wrigley, you get the Wrigleyville, which is you go from bar to bar. So two great different experiences. Like I've never been to Lambeau Field. My dad said he would disown me, but it is on the bucket list. 1-1 count now to Carson Kelly, tying run at the plate, fouled away 1-2. See what Carson Kelly can do here. 1-2 count. 72 pitches, so probably maybe another inning. And he hasn't been spot on. I mean, 3 runs. Remember, he shut out the Cubs. Called strike 3, and that'll end the 4th inning. But the Cubs do get 1. It's a 2-run game now to the 5th inning. Here on Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network. We're going to take that down for a second, and we're going to be joined by Brandon James. Oh, Brandon's right in the middle of the Cup logo.
And you're in the Brewers logo.
Oh, no, I can't have this. There we go. But Brandon, welcome on from Raise the Bar TV. How you doing?
That's good. What a day of scoring, as you.
I thought it would be a pitcher's duel today. It has not been that.
Yeah, Tyone just. Maybe it was an early game. He wasn't feeling it.
Now that we have a second. Oh, well, I guess that. Oh, the White Sox are up. Look at us go.
Yeah, they're tied.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. I hope that your team can actually do something. But this is on the other side of town. We'll do a live look in here.
Not many people that.
Oh, that's a nice crowd. Oh, there's a line drive. That one's deep. And that one. Did he catch it? He caught it.
That kid's good. Chase, I can't. Medworth.
Is that Meadroth?
Yeah, he's.
Isn't he the one that got hit in the head?
Yeah. I don't get. What is your thoughts on what is the point of that whole trade? I mean, they're supposed to trade him anyways. The pitcher, they're trying to hope to trade him for prospects. The guy from the Brewers,
Aaron Savali.
Yeah.
Well, he's on. He's on paternity leave, so he's going to be a dad. Yeah. So congratulations to Aaron Savali. I think he was supposed to pitch last night, but the game got rained out.
Maybe that's a send-off. Maybe
Andrew Benintendi's back.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh, God.
Whoa. Him and Tachman, they're both back.
Okay, we're going to
when he's healthy.
And we're going to take that one down. I just heard the PA announcer for the Cubs, so I got to go back to this one. Boy, this isn't easy to do. I deserve an Emmy for this.
Don't forget about Cubs postgame live.
Yeah, don't forget
What's
to tune
that
in.
guy? What's that guy's name with the bald head? That's on the marquee.
The main announcer?
Yeah.
Cole Wright.
He the one that's familiar. Did he play?
Oh, Cliff Floyd?
I don't know.
Strike 1. Tyone out of the ball game. Yeah, look at the difference in jerseys. Last year is on the right.
Yeah. That camera view behind the plate was phenomenal.
I know. Everything happened. Ground ball. Nice play there. Nico Horner. First one away. So able to get Christian Yelich. Nice job by Hennessy Cabrera. Cubs will have Horner, Shaw in the top of the order, and Ian Happ in the top half, or in the bottom half of the 5th. So one gone. Ball outside 1-0 to William Contreras. Five 3-year score. Dansby Swanson with the home run just a little bit ago. Cabrera pitched in the opener of this series. He didn't pitch that well. Rick Council always looks nervous.
I was just gonna say, he always looks like he's.
He always was as a Brewer manager, but now watching him almost every day, he never smiles.
No.
Ooh, ball inside, 2-1.
They win the World Series, he'll just be sad.
I know. He's made it. Farthest he's gotten as a manager is the NLCS.
Can we talk? I know you brought it up. Can we talk about the stupid home run derby they're doing?
Yeah, Ryan Braun's a part of it. I think they have pitchers involved too. I don't know when
That's
is.
Stupid.
That's a walk, so that's not good.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I mean, they're trying. I want to say that's soon.
Yeah, I want to say it's the end of June or July.
It's July 25th, and it is Ryan Braun. I'm not sure how. I don't think Ryan Braun's been around the Brewers that much.
Did he even hit the ball anymore?
Yeah,
Why isn't Prince Fielder invited?
baseball outside 1-0 to Bryce Terang.
There was another guy name that was on there that played in his
Listen
era
to
too.
that. Here's some of the names. Ryan Braun, Carlos Gomez will be a good one. But then they got Giovanni Gallardo in the home run derby. The man was a pitcher.
No.
I mean, I guess he could hit. Ball low, and this isn't going well. Bill Hall, Corey Hart, those are good ones. Casey
Corey
McGee.
Hart.
Hey, add Casey McGee to the list of guys that have been Cubs.
I always loved his hair. It was blonde.
Who?
Corey Hart.
Corey Hart, you know who he looks like? Looks like Dietz.
Yeah.
2-0 count. Called strike. Wasn't swinging at that one. Eric Thames is there too, and Niger Morgan. Niger Morgan was part of that playoff run, I think in 2011.
They should bring back Ricky Weeks for the home run derby.
He's their coach. He's in the dugout.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. That's probably why he can't play. They're probably on the road. Or maybe not. Wonder if they're on the road when they do
What
that.
is he? What's is he the base
I hope
coaches? Or
he's there. As you can see, there's a nice view of Pat Murphy. He looks like Wilson from Home Improvement. Let's see what Ricky Weeks is up to.
Tomorrow's game's a 120 right here on Marquee Sports.
I'm assuming it's Cade Horton tomorrow. He's a current associate manager. What the hell does that mean?
You ever looked at just what they have, but they just. I thought the NFL had a lot of just
The NFL
random
has
coaches.
way more coaches.
Yeah. Well, they have coaches for. They have coaches
Every
for
position.
Remember, I seen the video the one time when the one player was getting massaged after he got hurt. There's a coach for that too.
Oh boy!
Oh
no, that one's not carrying. Fly ball. Drops. It'll be first and third. I don't know if miscommunication or second and third. That's a double miscommunication there between Kyle Tucker and PCA, and that'll be second and third. And now, just like that, that's going to be ruled a double because no one touched it. And it looks like, I don't know if either one, they both kind of laid out for each other. And now you're just trying to hope that to keep this you want to keep this somewhat close. And now you're going to have to deal with Reese Hoskins, who's.
And I think PCA thought Tucker was going to get it. Tucker thought PCA was going to get it, and they both just stopped.
Yep. So once you thought the Cubs were going to be back in it, Cabrera, who's had this is about his second rough outing, he just got signed by the Cubs, and he might be on the next train out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. So let's see. It was more of a Tucker's ball.
It looked like it was closer to Tucker.
But I don't think maybe they want to run into each other. Right now, the Cubs don't need any injuries, so.
No. Now that they're getting everyone back, Shota pitched. He should.
That game we went to seems so long ago.
I know.
Huh. I think he said he's doing an Iowa rehab today.
Yeah,
was that,
I
or was
think
that
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And hopefully he'll. It's always nice when you see the sunglasses on top of the head to keep the logo.
Yeah.
Bob Brenly always said it's always nice to keep the logo from getting sunburned.
Ooh.
Oh boy, 3-0. Collins on deck. He's got a walk and a strikeout. Hoskins already left the yard today. Brewers a chance to pull away. They've had multiple chances. Cubs just getting back in this thing.
Never know with the Cubs offense, though. When they heat up, they can.
Popped up, and that's not going to get anyone in.
No.
Bush is there. He'll make the catch. Big second out.
They don't call the in-fly rule anymore, do they?
Yeah, you can't do it. Second and third, you don't. If it's a force out, because they could drop it and get like 2 outs.
Right. Remember, they used to do that on purpose when it first started, where they would drop it on purpose.
Yeah. And now it'll be Collins. We'll see. Are they going to intentionally walk him to face Durbin? I believe he must be a switch hitter because or maybe not. I don't remember. I don't watch the Brewers enough. I don't know half these guys' first names.
Right.
Brandon, get in on that 50-50 raffle. Popped up, fouling out of play.
Next Friday, Kevin invited me to go to the Brewer game because there's some concert after the game. Asked if I wanted to go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's
who is I forgot what he said.
It's not Nelly, is it? It's someone. It's my birthday. Yeah, it's how is Kevin?
He's good.
When you talk to Kevin, tell him he deserves a raise to have to deal with all the people he has to deal
Yeah,
with.
it is Nelly. He's like, "You want to go next Friday?" I said, "Sure."
Brandon, the only song I want you to send me the video to is "Hot in Here."
All right.
That's my only Nelly song I know. 1-1 count now to Collins. Fly ball, left field, hit deep, and it is gone.
Good night,
baseball for Collins, and it is 8-3, and that could do it.
Yeah.
And the Brewers' bats have come alive here today.
That's not,
But I mean, the wind is blowing out, so never say never. But
but the recently, like Swanson hasn't really been hitting at all, except today either. He's been on the slump.
Yep.
It's really kind of just been PCA, and Suzuki just shows up when he wants to, when everyone says that it happened today. That swing on 3 looks so like he half swings. It happened today too on strike 3.
Suzuki's might be an all-star. You mean he's got?
Yeah, right now PCA and Tucker, as of I think I saw on the Cubs broadcast Monday or Tuesday, they're in the top
He's
votes
only
right now.
the only person PCA's behind is Shohei Ohtani.
And why is everybody popping up that guy for the Brewers that can throw 100 miles an hour? Is people thinking he's like God?
Which one?
They just signed.
The new kid. He was supposed to pitch last night. Jacob Mizorowski.
Yeah. Wasn't this? I thought you said on your show. Wasn't it supposed to be the guy that you said supposed to pitch tomorrow? Wasn't he supposed to pitch today?
Yeah.
Due to the thing, right?
Peralta was originally today. They kept him. The Cubs probably. I mean, I don't know. Tyone might. I think Tyone was out of his rhythm today. And Tyone was supposed to pitch last night. Yeah. So I'm assuming if they haven't announced it yet, he'll be pitching tomorrow.
But like you said on your show, he's probably going to get sent down when.
I don't know if he deserves it.
Unless they put him in. What do you think? He take a bullpen spot?
It is Boyd tomorrow, Horton on Saturday, and Ray on Sunday against a Mariner team that's a game over 500.
Oh, that Ray guy is not bad either. They don't
have. No, he got roughed up his last time out.
They're starting 5, isn't it? I mean, honestly, if they're all game, Flexen's in the up.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Fly ball. By the way, Brandon, the White Sox have the lead.
2-1.
Yeah. And this one's not that.
Yeah.
3-run homer by Mr. Collins. And it's all Brewers here today on Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network.
Out the side.
Over his final 18. That is deep left field, and we are tied. Chris Bryant with a game-tying home run. And back again. Very popular guy in the clubhouse, and a fly ball deep center. Kane tracking. He is at the wall, and he can't make the catch. Bryant around second on his way to third. It's a triple. At this point, except for deep left. Past the mound. Barehanded play, but late on the throw by Arce, and the ball bounces out of play. So Caratini will head to second base, representing the tying run. To third. Shaw couldn't handle it. Bases loaded. He was thinking 2, and he gets none.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Swing a ground ball towards second base. Diving stop by Thames. Throws to first base. Not in time. A run scores. The ball game is tied.
That will get down for a base hit. 2 runs will score. Throw goes to third. Everybody's safe.
Cubs lead 4-2.
And it'll be John Lester to take the at-bat. There's a bunt, and it works.
good work, man. 5-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Cubs win. Cubs win. They come back in the ninth and stun the Brewers. Morrow gets his first save as a Cub.
Already one out here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. A line drive out for I believe that's Nico Horner that flew out. Brandon James joining me from Raise the Bar TV. Brandon, we're allowed to use our actual names on this show.
Yeah, no, we're not on our other show.
Because I'm telling you right now, I am not stupid enough at all to make sure Hello Chicago Network Anthony's not touching. So I'm just telling you right now, he's never getting a piece, never getting a hold of this. And we're going to get into in the next couple of innings about what's going on this weekend. Brandon, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready for Sunday. Are you
Last
ready?
man standing. We found out where he was last week, and we're ready.
You need to take care of that son of a bitch.
I haven't seen him send any. I mean, what was that? The 900th episode?
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while. That's a good thing.
Oh
my God!
Hit in the arm is Matt Shaw. He says he's good.
I looked like
hey, no better time to start a rally.
Way to take one for the team there, Shaw.
Oh, right on the Motorola.
If he didn't put his arm up, that was the side of his face. Definitely.
Yeah. God, look how packed that is for a Thursday.
I think they just leave their offices and go down to Wrigley Field.
They must. And again, this is probably a day that Brewer fan, I said it earlier, Brewer fans probably called off today.
Yeah, or
an afternoon game, and so far it's working out for them.
Yeah, but they still pack. Like I said, probably little, cities. Like I said, a lot of them have season ticket businesses out there. So
these two will be meeting in Milwaukee for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday game. Last week of July, I believe they're going to be meeting. We talked about it earlier. I believe it's the trade deadline, and that's going to be huge.
Ooh, interesting. July 18th is a doubleheader. Is that the Wednesday game?
August 18th, yeah, 5-game series
18th,
that's going to be.
Oh, boy. So they play June, July, August?
Yeah, and then they're done. Called strike.
White Sox Cubs play next month, too.
Yeah, on the south side. Cubs should have, by the time they face the Brewers again, Shota should be back. But Shota got hurt in that ballpark.
Yeah. Ooh.
Liner foul. And hopefully when they face them, they are a different looking team. Hopefully they have another starter. Hopefully maybe another reliever. And hopefully this team is on the run.
Is there any rumors going around who they want to get or going after?
Sandy Alcantara, who hasn't pitched well for the Marlins, but he was almost a Cy Young. I think he won the Cy Young a few years ago. Just this year he hasn't pitched good. But
I'm curious to see who who will pick up Luis Robert, who the White Sox will trade him to, but he's not showing anything. So,
well, the White Sox like helping out the Brewers for some reason.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they didn't ship him there too.
Oh boy,
2-2.
Ooh,
popped up. Is that one staying in? 3 guys running.
Oh, right off the
top of the dugout.
And he's another guy. Ian Happen hasn't been hitting the ball either.
No.
They should put someone on there when he's going down his path of what he's doing, but Craig Console is solely on him as the leadoff man. So we pretty much said that.
And I mean, I think PCA's built very well to be the leadoff man, but he's a power hitter. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's proven that PCA probably shouldn't be.
No, you need him and that Tucker and them.
See if the Cubs here can get a run or two back. Sun shining on the north side.
Hot diggity dog.
Well, I'm assuming it's also shining on the south side.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
We'll check in after this half inning. Cardinals had a runner on, nobody out. Ball. See, I mean, Peralta hasn't pitched that great today.
No.
But I mean, when you're getting 8 runs of offense,
you can still have a decent. He had 84 pitches. I mean, you can at least possibly is wait at least 2 innings, maybe 3. Who knows?
Full count?
MLB pitches to over 100 nowadays.
See if the runner goes here. 3-2 count, the pitch.
Ooh.
Fly ball, left field. That one's not carrying. Pretty deep, but not deep enough. 2 away.
That was a ball, too.
Yeah. It was more of an emergency hack.
Yeah.
So 2 gone, and now it'll be Kyle Tucker. I feel like he hasn't hit a home run in a while.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't.
The compound. We've watched a couple of those. He films that at the Cup convention every year.
Yeah, yesterday he almost hit one. He just hit like the top of the fence, I think.
Yeah.
Almost.
Looking to be an all-star. Hopefully will be a Cub for a very long time. That's a great time. Oh, fly
good.
ball. No, that one's staying in. Well, we almost got it. Fly out for Kyle Tucker. We go to the 6th inning. Your current score is the all Brewers right now of a score of 8-3. Now let's check in here with the other team on the other side of town, the White Sox, who are hosting the Cardinals.
Oh, boy. Always get nervous when the White Sox are
1-1. Oh, wait. No, never mind.
Nah, that's not
This
live.
isn't caught up. I got a DirecTV just... Oh, hey, there's your Nelly cons. Oh, no, it's Florida.
No, that's the White Sox.
Oh, wait. Oh, geez. Florida's...
That's the 27th. That's the day of your birthday.
Well, that's next Friday. Isn't that when you're going to see Nelly?
No, that's Flow Rider. Nelly's in Milwaukee.
But I understand that now. But what I'm saying is they're both on June 27th.
Yeah, they're both next Friday.
They're just all Nelly and Flow Rider are around for my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Who the hell's this guy, Brandon?
I don't know. Just flying
Man
around.
on. Oh, it's 2-1 White Sox.
1 out.
First and second, 2 out, and it's Nolan Gorman, 0 for 2 strikeouts.
They're Cardinals in the middle. They're right behind you guys, aren't they?
They're 7 out.
They're 7. Are they in a wild card?
A little rough
down
right now
there.
for them. And I mean, the Brewers, this is a big game for them, so they can be 5.5 out, which still is a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Ground ball, first base, nice
Out.
play, 2 out.
Is that Elko? I think. Did he get
No,
called
didn't
back
they,
up?
didn't they option him down or they bring him back? I don't think they know what to do.
Yeah. They made room for what's his name to come back down or up
and down and up. And that's why guys get designated for assignment.
They go up and down, up and.
Speaking of White Sox and Cubs, Chris Flexen's in the ball game.
Oh boy,
he's actually pitched pretty good for the Cubs. Oh geez, did I pick the wrong one?
Yeah, you're back to the White Sox.
Ah shit. Let's try this again. Marquis. Now
There we go. Now we're back in the
Top of the
6th inning. Ooh.
Are we ready for the Cubby comeback?
Down by 5. Never know though.
Jose Ortiz at the plate, 9-1-2 for the Crew. Line drive foul. Hey, today's the Kingfish game that they do, that 10 in the morning game that they do.
Oh, it's today?
Yeah.
You should have went to it.
I'm busy.
Busy sleeping.
Yeah, well, no, I'm doing this.
Well, you're probably sleeping at 10 in the morning. You just got off at 5:30.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel it now.
Yeah, I bet. It might be able to squeeze in a 4 or 5
Yeah,
hour.
I did my workout before. Relax a little dinner.
Maybe 4 o'clock the game end by.
And then the weekend. By the way, don't forget to tune in 7 o'clock tonight. I'll have the highlights or the lowlights, depending on what side you're on, of this ball game. Fan Focus Live. This is episode 190. So we're about 2 weeks away from our 200th Focus.
What do you? I see. Where are you going? You going to the city this weekend?
Yeah, Pride's this weekend. I'm going out there.
Right.
Saturday.
Yeah. I remember you said. I know you guys said you guys wasn't sure. If you guys were going or not.
96 degrees.
I know it's gonna be brutal for Bryce's graduation party.
Dan told me he was going to the party.
Yeah, Dan's. Yeah, Bryce invited him. Yeah.
I told Dan to watch out. Your brothers are very competitive. Don't play softball.
I don't probably know what's gonna play. It's gonna be 100 degrees.
Ugh.
I think Sunday with the heat index is going to be 103.
Son of a bitch.
Good Lord, welcome to Sunday.
Ground ball?
Oh.
Face it.
Chris is going to Florida on Sunday. Him and the family.
Your brother?
Yeah, the whole family's going. Him, Sarah, the two boys.
What the hell? What's up with your family in Florida?
I don't know.
There are 49 other states.
my other brother went to Florida too.
I know. You had to play airport pickup.
Yeah. They're driving. They're doing. I told them about the thing. They're parking at our spot.
Are they?
Yeah.
That's a deal.
Yeah, it is.
Free look at the plate.
Remember before we had to worry about someone dropping us off, picking us up.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the tush.
Shout out to D. It was usually D. Want to know? Brewers looking to split this quick 2-game series, and I keep forgetting to look who they play next. I keep saying the Twins. Not sure if I'm right or not. Cardinals have tied it in the bottom of the 6th. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, it is the Twins. They're in Minnesota.
Oh, and there goes the bat.
Well, you can't. White Sox tried. They tried. And that bat is just a fling and swing.
I thought that was Tom Ricketts.
Oh, look at the fan. Does he get to keep that son of a gun?
No,
He
you
should.
can't have a weapon in the thing.
The poor man.
Let's see the view of this one.
Watch out.
Almost hit Jackson Churio. Oh, there must be. See, they're taking the bat away.
Look at this man. He should get something effort.
Look at he's doing it. Look at his dress shoes right out of the office.
Right? What is front row $700 seats, $1,000 seats.
They always put pride in the Cubs in town on the same day.
Because they want him to go to both.
Because the first year 2 years ago I did this. Because usually I was working. I wasn't third shift then. Oh no, it was because it was the following weekend. I was able to. We went. We went
last year. Remember?
I did the parade.
Yeah, we went to the parade last year.
And then, because normally I would be working this weekend, but
yeah,
the first year we did this. We went to the Cub game on Friday, and then did Pride on Saturday.
You guys staying down there, coming home Sunday morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
I went off because the band that I really like is playing at 6 o'clock. We saw them there 2 years ago. They're awesome. Their name's Hello Weekend.
Oh, okay.
No relation to Hello Chicago.
Are you going there tomorrow night?
No, not till we're gonna take like the 10:45
train.
Because the
I hit him right in the shoulder.
That's all off the ground up.
I don't know.
That's rule the fielder's choice if you're scoring at home.
Because it went off a player?
No, because he only got the runner at second. I think the fans are over. The fans, did it go off his arm?
I don't know. Arm or head, one of the two.
Trainer out there?
It must be fine.
Why are trainers fat?
I don't know.
I would not listen to a guy that's fat to tell me to go exercise. You go exercise.
Maybe I guess I was gonna ask why is Console out there, but I guess.
Let's see. It'll be Mizorowski's pitching tomorrow against Joe Ryan. That's a 3-game series in Minneapolis starting tomorrow.
Isn't that the guy's name? Then the rookie?
Yeah, his nickname's The Miz.
Oh boy.
He's awesome. Ball
It goes like 100 miles an hour, Kevin was saying. Like 101. Yeah. Guy's an animal out there.
1 out.
This guy just don't miss. This guy just keeps hitting the ball. Mr. Cheerio.
Ground ball, foul. He continues his hot streak against Jamison Tyone. He had a lot of the scoring early on in this one.
Help and ALS at Cubs auctions. They keep saying they should bring back the ALS bucket challenge. The people know what it means.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember doing mine. I did mine in the parking lot of my job. Swing and a miss.
You were at the camp, weren't you?
Yeah, my boss is the one that. No, my boss did it too. Remember Kristen?
Yeah.
Quintana is pitching on Saturday. Cardinals are facing the Reds this weekend. That'll be fun. Reds are hot, except for today they're getting their ass whooped.
Who are the Sox facing?
Blue Jays.
Oh boy. And Toronto?
Yeah. Only home for 3, and then they must be back because the Cubs are on the road next week. St. Louis and then Houston. We have a problem.
Uh-oh.
Kyle Tucker returns home. Well, his former home.
Yeah.
2-2 count, 1 out, the pitch. Beautiful.
Oh, that was late.
Yeah, he's not very good with that. So 2 gone.
Got to call that right away there, Mr. Sir.
For the first time, ladies and gentlemen, and this half inning, Ryan's got to go on a bathroom break.
You know what I like on? Have you played the new baseball game yet?
I bought it when I got back from vacation. I played it once. I want to do a Cubs season, but I just don't. I'm tired when I get home, and then by the time I wake up.
Well, they have a mercy rule because I was playing online this morning.
Well, a mercy rule online, not in a franchise.
No, but you beat them 10-0, and the game's over.
Fans, don't forget about our trivia.
Oh.
Can you name players who have played for both the Cubs and the Brewers? I'm gonna reveal that in the top half of the 8th inning. I'm gonna read the list. I don't know. I lost the list. Oh no, it's over there.
I saw you flipping it around earlier.
Yeah, it's right here. Scott Beatty messaged me with his list, but I gotta. Granted, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. I didn't realize it was that many people.
Did you look up?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Ooh.
Fouled away.
He's not been. Yelich has not been this. I mean, he gets on his little streaks, but
he's not as great as he was in the year he took the. Was that 17 or 18? Must have been 18 because that was the year the Cubs lost the wild card.
Did they even make the playoffs that year? Well, I'm guessing, right?
The Brewers, that's the year they went to the NLCS against the Dodgers. Remember? We went to the Bulls game, and I spent the whole time
it was strike 3.
Well, Ryan's got to use the facilities. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, and it's a perfect time for another Cubs moment. Let's see it now.
Out the side.
Deep breath. 3 balls and a strike. Up the middle. Baez has it. It's a no-hitter. The former college walk-on has made history in Milwaukee.
What a moment for Alec Mills. My goodness. No social distancing needed here, boys. Hugs and high fives. Alec Mills never thrown a complete game at the big league level. He goes complete game, shutout, no hitter. Making history here this afternoon. My goodness, what a moment.
Such poise for Alec Mills. What a moment. The 16th no-hitter in Chicago Cubs history. The 2nd at Miller Park. The 1st by a Cub since Jake Arrieta back in 2016.
Yeah, ball was pretty sharply hit, but Javi perfectly positioned out there behind second base to gobble that up and let the celebration begin.
Hi, Taylor. To the bottom of the 6th, Louis Suzuki going to lead things off. Now that's a ball. I thought it was a strike the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 6th, all Brewers here on Fan Focus Live. Ryan Yanishad is joined by Brandon James. Brandon, the reason you're here is we're talking about Something big we got coming up next.
Oh,
what a play.
nice play.
Wow. What a defensive gem there.
Yeah, it was.
By Ortiz.
We got a last man standing match Sunday night, 7 p.m., right? That's when it goes live?
7 p.m. No, that's when we're showing up, Brandon. We're showing
I know.
up
That's what I mean.
at 7 p.m.
That's when it all breaks down.
What a play by Joey Ortiz. Ashby, look at his goggles. So one gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's PCA. He's got 2 of the 3 runs today on the 2-run homer in the first. Gave the Cubs the lead, and it's been all Brewers ever since. 8-3 Brewer lead. We'll have the highlights of this come up at 7 p.m. See a ground, a little number. They got to hurry. They got him.
Out.
Close. But a nice play there, and that's out number 2. You know, Craig Counsell makes have you ever seen how when he waits for the replay, if he goes like this, makes it so dramatic.
I know. Wait a sec. Wait.
And then he's so upset he goes,
no.
2-way. Here's Dansby. Swanson homered his last time up. Made it a 2-run game.
That's someone's job, isn't it?
Well, it's usually it's the assistant manager is not I can't forget what they call him. Ground ball. Well, this is a fast inning. Nice ball. Ortiz couldn't hit that one.
He could not get. He said, "Do not end the inning yet."
So that'll be ruled an infield hit. And now it'll be Michael Busch.
Uh-oh. Can Busch extend the inning?
If he can get on Carson Kelly. Let's see what Busch can do first.
They flip these guys. One time Busch would be at the end, and then Kelly would be at the end, and they'll flip them.
Yeah. Ball low, 1-0 from Ashby.
Do you think players that are at the end of the batting list know they're not hitting good, or do you think it's just...
No, because it's been now where the number 9 hitter is like the second leadoff man. So, I mean, it doesn't... I think Swanson's... It's called strike, 1-1. I think Swanson was doing much better in the bottom of the order.
Than the top of the order.
Yeah, and then they moved him again, and that's when he started struggling. Ooh, called strike. I mean, you've been calling it all day, guys.
The box is not 100% guaranteed, folks. It's just there. Ooh.
Ball?
Yeah.
Scott Beatty commented on my post or on one of the Fan Focus Live. He says, you need a knowledgeable color man who really dislikes you.
Oh.
That would be Scott Beatty.
Yeah, it was.
Ball way inside.
Oh, Mr. Beatty. No more Applebee's, Mr. Beatty.
It's closed down. And then Scott said he wanted to do a lunch. I don't know. He's probably not watching anymore, but how about doing we're supposed to go to Milwaukee Burger.
Yeah.
Get your ass out here. 3-2. Ground ball. Easy play by Ortiz. Throws the first, and that's the inning. Going to the 7th inning, it's all Brewers today. It's 8-3. And this is Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network. Now let's take a look here. Let's go to the other side of town, B.
Oh, boy. It's ready to rumble.
I don't know. Oh, hang on again, folks. Don't worry. This is pause again. 4-2 White Sox.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they're showing
Tuesday.
Was that Michael A. Taylor? Yeah.
Home run. 4th
home run robbery in 4 seasons. Brandon, you hate Michael A. Taylor.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him.
I don't think he likes you either.
No, not at all.
But it would be nice to see usually what happens, I always tell you this in doubleheaders. Usually when I tell you it ends up being the opposite. But usually in doubleheaders they split.
Yes.
Swing and a miss. They're in the what are they? Are they in the top of the 7-2? So this game's going the same pace. We're about at the 2-hour mark here on the Hello Chicago Network. Fan Focus Live. The top half of the 7th, we're going to talk more about Last Man Standing and a special Hello Chicago episode tomorrow. As we got an argument here.
Bunting maybe.
And
if you went,
if it passes the zone, it's called a strike. Did he pull it back in time? It looks like he did. Oliver or Ali Marmol's like, I don't even know anymore.
He was a player, wasn't he?
No, I don't know. Carlos Marmol was a player.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the closer for a while? For the
Unfortunately,
Cubs?
those were some interesting days. I'll tell you that. Okay.
Now back to the Cubs.
And we're trying. Ball 1-0. I'm getting there. Hang on.
When we find,
I got too many windows open.
When we find the window or the link, we will open
let's see. Okay. Both sides. Who gives you both sides of town coverage like the Hello Chicago Network?
All right. Well, it's 2-0.
2-0 from Flexen. Okay. So, Brandon, let's talk about what's happening this weekend. Of course, what happened on our 900th episode. So we had this crazy stalker lady, so we thought, was interrupting our shows and saying she was like obsessed with Anthony. So Anthony got a restraining order. We all signed it. Here we found out on our 900th episode, I was on vacation, that it was Anthony the whole time, and his contract, the thing that we signed wasn't a restraining order. It's bad on us. Brandon, he owns Race Bar TV, and all he has done is completely taken over the network and making it whatever he wants.
Yeah, make it whatever he wants, put the points wherever he wants. Yeah, I mean, taking over network, just don't show up to anything. But we're going to take care of business on Sunday.
Sunday, 7 p.m., Last Man Standing. And for you to get the history of what's happened, tomorrow's Hello Chicago Network, our focus is on Last Man Standing. We're going to look back at all the moments, because Countdown to Last Man Standing will air right before we go into the hotel and take care of Anthony.
Yep.
But we're going to give you a preview of it on the Hello Chicago Network tomorrow at 3:12 Central. You're going to get to see the countdown to Last Man Standing at 3:12 Central. So take a look at that. It should be good, and it should be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And at the bottom of 7th, Ryan, I don't see you. I'm going to show you your birthday gift.
Okay. You keep hyping up this birthday gift. So did you buy me a new boat? Well, I shouldn't say a new boat. A boat?
No, well, you don't fish, or?
I don't. Did you give me a year off from Freighter?
That costs a lot of money.
It's not my Freighter windbreaker, is it?
No, I'm still waiting for mine.
I know. And did you sign up for the Kingfish shirt?
Not yet.
Don't worry. You probably won't get it till Christmas anyway.
And a hat, I think, too. You get with the ticket.
Well, the hat, I think you get at the game.
Oh, yeah. Remember the red hat everybody wears?
The usher has a bobblehead. What's going on at Simmons Field? Ground ball, second base to second for one. Okay.
Oh.
I was trying to keep score of this game, and Mike's scorebook has gone all willy.
Oh, here it is. Here's our favorite moment.
Oh, here we go. Watch him how mad he looks when he does this. He goes, no.
No.
Every time.
Especially late night editions. The 7 o'clock game, he really gets to him.
Yeah, he was safe. Fielder's choice for Bryce Terang.
He'll be home for supper tonight.
That's one of the reasons. That's a marketing ploy, right? That's a ploy to for Kyle Tucker. Every Friday home game, you're home by 5 o'clock.
Right.
6 o'clock. And you don't play night games on Saturdays either, except for like twice a year at home. So weekends are pretty nice on the north side.
You get to wear their City Connects tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, they're talking about this because they're showing it again.
They probably brought it up, too. He never looks happy.
So why is...
He looks like he went. No.
All the Cubs fans hating on...
Crew Chief Dan Iasoni.
What's the announcer's name? Boom or
Boog?
Yeah.
What did he do?
I know. They're always talking about how he wasn't showing up half of the year. You know, he showed
he works for ESPN.
Sunday night games. They're on the Cubs Red. They were making fun of him.
Oh, Boog. So this would be a big one for the Brewers because the Brewers would gain a game on the Cubs and the Cardinals with a win. They gained the Cardinals lost 3 out of 4 to Milwaukee over the weekend.
One of the how many games left does the Brewers have with the Cardinals?
I think that was their first series. I don't think they played in St. Louis yet. A lot of time left. We're about less than 6 weeks from the All-Star break. Then you start looking at trade deadline, and then then it's go time.
Yeah.
As a Cub fan, I haven't been in go time since 2020. That's the last time this team has been in playoff contention. So, swing and a miss. So I'm excited to get back on this run of enjoying Cubs baseball, and hopefully to get to see playoff baseball again. And hopefully, Hello Chicago Network will have a season 2, and we'll be previewing that. Hopefully, the Bears are going to be good. Hopefully, and the Bulls and Blackhawks, I don't even know. Swing and a miss, got him. He's gone.
He's gone. Double him up.
Double play, and that will end the inning. Oh wait, hang on. Does Pat Murphy do the same thing?
Wait,
you don't know.
He's staring at him.
Nope.
No,
he doesn't do the same thing. Okay, Brandon's going to reveal the house that he bought me when we come back. But first, we're going to honor a legend, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker.
All right, let me hear you, folks. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. I'll root for the Brewers. You do the same for the Cubs. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you very much.
Bottom half of the 7th inning we go. Carson Kelly in the game. As we saw, we honored Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker, the legendary voice of the Brewers who passed away in the winter. Brewers are the #1 rival. Their fans are what annoy me, but I can respect greatness. Line drive, big hit for Carson Kelly, and that's exactly what Bob Uecker was. The Hall of Fame voice of the Brewers passed away, and I know a piece of Milwaukee went with him that day.
Yeah, and Major League.
Yes, just a bit outside.
Me and Dumbass, when he was normal, we just went to saw
When was he ever normal?
the $5 thing. They were doing it right when he passed away.
And his last game was a heartbreaker for the Brewers. I'm saying it jokingly, but I probably shouldn't. But hopefully that's not what did it to him. I mean, they were going to advance, and Pete Alonso hit the big home run in the top of the 9th inning, and you could just tell it broke his heart. Ball inside.
And that would send him off.
Second inning here for Ashby. And if there's right now he's not pitching too good. If there's a pitching change, Brandon, we'll stay here and you can unveil the Lexus you bought me called Strike.
Yeah, Lexus.
By the way, update: Kingfish hit a walk-off home run today.
Oh God!
What a game!
Are they even good?
I don't know. Called Strike. I go to one game a year, and usually they're free tickets.
Remember, we used to spend every night there.
Yeah, in that little broadcast booth.
Hey, forgot to tell you. I'll tell you in a second.
The short second for one. Throw to first. Double play.
Ryan, the Pizza Hut is gone.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, I drove by.
Hang on. Oh, they're gonna challenge.
Oh, he changed.
We didn't get the.
No.
Dan Iasonia, the crew chief.
Chicago was challenging.
So we'd like to remind you during this replay, Last Man Standing, this Sunday, Raise the Bar TV. He is safe. So this inning, I thought it'll only be one out. This Sunday, coming your way on the Raise the Bar TV, 7 p.m. Central. Countdown will be before that, but it'll go live at 7 p.m. If you want to see the countdown early, tomorrow, Hello Chicago Network, we're going to focus on that. And then next week, we're going to focus on the NBA Finals on Monday, which will be on a wrap because Game 7 would be on Sunday. You think there's going to be a Game 7 in that, or is it over tonight?
I think it's over tonight. Halliburton's playing hurt. Yeah, he's playing hurt.
And then Tuesday, we'll recap the Stanley Cup Final, and then we'll get everything next week. So it's my birthday week, so it's going to be a very celebratory week on Hello Chicago Network.
Oh, God.
I tried to book bands and parties and everything for Friday's show, but no one seemed to want to do anything. So Brandon, you better plan something special for me called Strike.
No one accepted the invite.
No one wants to focus on a Friday.
No.
Hey, at least on a positive note, because I'm turning 34 this year, my 35th birthday will be on a Saturday. Whoa!
Oh my God!
It
went all the way to the dugout.
It hit the bricks.
Now he needs a new brick.
Let's see. Up and it didn't even hit the brick. It hit the cement.
I think you hold on to that ball just a little too long. Contreras, get a haircut, you filthy bum.
They got to get on a plane to Minneapolis. We probably got to fly there. Cubs stay home. Game 1 tomorrow, 1:20 against the Mariners.
He just played his brother, didn't he?
Yeah, and I was saying, did he go? Don't look like it.
Did something happen?
Yeah, between Wilson Contreras and Rhys Hoskins.
Yeah.
And Brandon, you know who's in Chicago facing the White Sox right now?
Cardinals.
They're both at the same hotel.
Yeah. Oh boy.
After all that riffraff.
How do you know they're at the same hotel? You make a report about it?
He did go, says Dan Iasonia, so it'll be a full count. I forgot who said it. Was it? I think Boog Shambi said it on Friday's show.
Oh, Boog.
Or on Friday's show. Tuesday's game.
As the Cub fans do not like.
Ooh. Nope, 3-2 count. And the pitch.
Oh, he went.
Jesus Christ, I don't know what he was swinging it there.
That was a Suzuki swing.
Ugh.
Oh, Mr. Happ's up. Let's see what he can do. Benny's beverage. If you're not, what is it? If you're not drinking Benny's, it's not. What is the saying?
If they don't have it at Benny's, it's not worth drinking. Mountain visit here, fans. Brandon, tomorrow.
Yeah.
The alternate giveaway.
Oh God. Versus Seattle Mariners. J.P. Crawford.
Brandon, I can't believe that's the guy you remember. They got Julio
Rodriguez.
And you're worried about
JP. He has oh no, they're showing the Cubs
now who?
Guy just got ejected, I think.
Oh no, the challenging. Oh, see, they're gonna start this soon in baseball too.
Oh, you can challenge the strike?
No, you can that
swing.
See, the thing is, this isn't going to be brought up because in 2 years, Brandon, we're going to have another lockout.
Yeah, and that's
going to be one of the reasons. That's for the bat though too. They're going to challenge because they always appeal to the umpire.
So it's going to make it a 3-hour game again.
No, the challenges go pretty fast.
Not like the NFL, they don't take 10 minutes.
The pitch clock is what's been phenomenal.
And then they're going to make the robots for the strike zone. That would be it. And how are you going to get ejected with a robot?
Swing and a miss, 2-1 to Ian Happ.
There'll still have to be a home plate umpire over there, right?
Yeah. I think, for the challenge, for the challenge system, they did it in spring training. They're still there, and then the batter or the pitcher taps their head, and then that's the challenge. And it takes 2 seconds. Deep center, going back
That's gone.
Good night, baseball, Ian Happ. And it's a 3-run game.
Grandpa's excited. Grandpa was excited on a Thursday afternoon.
So never say never, but maybe say never. From the right side, because Ian Happ's a switch hitter. And now Kyle Tucker will come to the plate.
Mr. Tuck.
Still a 3-run game, so still comfortably. And this is going to be a call to the bullpen, Brandon, so it's your time to shine.
It's time.
So we're going to have a call to the bullpen. We'll bring that back up in a second. Brandon, I don't know if you want to show me the house you bought me?
You have to go to full.
Did you give me a lion?
You got to go to full screen for this one, though.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think you have this.
Okay. Oh, wow. Is that the World Series?
Yeah, it's Russell.
Is that the celebration in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't have that.
Didn't think so.
Where'd you find that at?
Mills. They you just had it on there. You just put a picture with it, and then they had it already made, but you can do anything with it.
Wow. That'll be a nice piece of my cub cave that I'm
you gotta find together. It. It's but 30 I don't have by
38.
So
holy shit. Well, thank you very much,
no
Brandon.
Problem.
For your birthday, because I never know what to get you, so I want you to pick a Saturday night White Sox game, and we'll go.
Okay. I'll pick one when a week and I'm off.
Well, that would probably help, or not. I mean,
it don't matter either way.
They're usually night games. Well, Brandon, where am I going to put that?
Yeah, you got time now. I don't know when I'm ever going to see. When are you coming to your...
I won't be there until I go to the Cub game in July.
I'll drop it off maybe. I'll get... your mom don't see it. Never mind.
They're currently doing the YMCA at Wrigley because I can hear the...
You're going to be home tomorrow?
Here? Yeah.
I'll drop it up after work.
Okay.
All right. I know the one thing I was trying to get hold of, I was talking to Renee, but he wasn't home the same day.
Yeah.
He worked late. So let's see. July.
Okay, we're getting ready back here. It's a 3-run game. This is Brandon's last half inning. I'll be doing the solo. Don't forget in the top half of the 8th, we're going to run through. I got the packet.
Oh, the whole
Again, the trivia question, can you name players that have played for both the Brewers and the Cubs? Like I said, I got Jeremy Burnett, Aramis Ramirez. Ground ball to first. That is the inning. Brandon, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the birthday present.
No problem.
And I'll see you Sunday when we get our network back. Because it's for the network. We're getting the title. We're getting it all.
We're getting it all back. So we'll see you then, and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, America.
Good night.
Okay, that was Brandon James. Glad he could join me. But it's 8-5 going to the 8th inning. Ryan Yanishadis with you for Fan Focus Live. As we're going to the top half of the 8th inning. Hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. If you're a Brewer fan, you're probably enjoying this a little more, but I've had so much fun doing this. I love calling baseball. It's a big passion of mine. Please, folks, follow along and follow Hello Chicago Network. It's my baby. I put a lot of work into this network. We're 200 episodes in, almost a year in. It almost took a year to just try to get everything going with it. And like I said, it's my baby. I love doing this. Every Monday through Friday, 3:12 Central, we're focusing on Chicago sports. I got some really exciting things planned for the second season. We're going to do things a little differently. That'll be coming up in the fall, but we still got a full summer. Hopefully, if Cubs playoff baseball, the Bears are going to get hopefully better. So, I mean, a lot of exciting things coming your way here with Hello Chicago Network. Please subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Please like Hello Chicago Network on Facebook, and please just be a fan and enjoy. Like I said, I don't like to brag. I put a lot of work into what I do here. I mean, I don't get paid for any of this. I do it purely because it's my passion, and it means Chicago sports. Even though it doesn't give me the same thing back because all my teams but the Cubs suck. But hopefully the Bears will be fun. Hopefully we're going to have some fun here in Chicago this fall, and we'll see what happens. But thank you very much for joining us. We're in the top half of the 8th inning. Let's go back to Wrigley Field, and it's been an offensive game, 8-5 Brewers, and this has been a test run for Fan Focus Live, because if this wasn't going to work out, then we're never going to do one of these again. But I've enjoyed it, so definitely we'll do more. Would love to try to do each sport. Would be fun. Top half of the 8th inning, Isaac Collins at the plate. And now let's talk, as we're in the top half of the 8th, let's go to the poll question of the day, the trivia question. Can you name players that played for both the Cubs and the Brewers? My list was Jeremy Burnett, Aramis Ramirez, Jose Quintana, Matt Stairs, Matt Garza, Paul Bacco, LaTroy Hawkins, Jason Kendall, David Weathers. And I'm going to look at this list for the first time. Brett Anderson. I'm going to just name guys that I remember. Quentin Berry. The line drive center field. PCA will be there and make the catch one away. Michael Busch Lightning bobblehead coming your way. Brett Anderson, Paul Bacco. Quentin Berry is actually the Cubs' first base coach. Played for both these teams. Henry Blanco. Victor Caratini. He was on one of those videos we saw. Neil Potts, Xavier Cedeno in 2019, Zach Davies, Doug Davis, I forgot he was a Cub, Jorge De La Rosa, Angel Echeverria, who was one of those really random Cubs. Ground ball to short, hands goes to first, and that's 2 away. Jim Edmonds, I forgot he was a Brewer. Matt Garza, Terry Francona, who was the manager of now he's the manager of the Reds, formerly of the Indians, who the Cubs won the World Series. Tom Gorzolani, Jody Garrett, Ben Grieve, Jerry Hairston, played for both teams. LaTroy Hawkins, Jose Hernandez. He was one of my low-key favorite Cubs, Jose Hernandez. Cesaris Turris. Darren Jackson. I'm not sure if that's the announcer for the White Sox. Jason Kendall, Brooks Kieschnick, Ray King, Was a Cub in 1999, but was a Brewer. Brandon Kinsler, Cameron Lowe, Jonathan Lucroy, I forgot he was a Cub. Popped up first base side. Whoa, he made the catch. We'll talk more about that in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Cubs down 3. Is there a rally in them? Find out. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network.
The Cubs at home going for the 4-game sweep of the Brewers, and this was all about Tyler Chatwood, both on the mound and at the plate. We pick it up with him on the rubber in the 2nd, facing Jesus Aguilar.
It's hard to zero in on him if you're a hitter.
Swing and a miss. Good comeback.
That's a great example of it there. 94 elevated, but that wasn't the plan.
Arcia swings and misses. A breaking ball down in the dust.
Called strike 3. Infield still in. 1 strike on Tyler Chatwood. And again, 2 of the 3 outfielders moving in. Braun still back. Base hit. Chatwood gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead. His first hit as a Cub.
Potential turning point right now. With Hayward on deck and a lefty in the bullpen for Milwaukee and Davies at 94 pitches, Russell is almost certainly the final batter he will face. And now the 1-0. And Addison hits a drive into center field. Kane is there, tagging as Rizzo. The catch by Kane. The throw goes to third. The run is in. Cubs lead 2-0.
Called strike 3. Pitch number 8. First time he's pitched from the stretch since the 3rd. Yep, he hits a bouncer to short, and they turn it 6-4-3.
Good meeting, Jim Hickey.
Yeah. Brewers have 14 hits in the series, the fewest they've ever had in a 4-game series. 16 back in 1977 in Kansas City, September of that year. On a bounce, Baez to Rizzo, and the Cubs get off the
brooms. All right, we are back. Cubs down 8-5 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A 2-run homer by Ian Happ in the top half, or in the bottom half of the 7th, makes this game just a little bit closer. And nothing a big rally could do. We'll see what will happen here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ryan Yanishatis with you in the Hello Chicago Network, Fan Focus Live. This is our 190th Focus, our first Fan Focus Live. Wanted to do a test run to see if we could make these work, and I think we've done a pretty good job. We're on live on YouTube, live on my personal Facebook, but it's also other stuff as well, so you'll be able to watch the whole thing. We are going to do a highlights that'll air at 7 p.m. tonight, which will have the best moments of the game. So looking forward. I'm going to edit and piece that together as soon as this goes final. Abner Uribe trying to get this to the 9th inning. 1-0 count to Suzuki. Ball high. 3-run game. And Uribe toying with the mound. Hasn't exactly, the first couple pitches, it hasn't looked too good. Trying to keep that big lead with the meat of the order up here. Fouled away. It'll be Suzuki, PCA, and Dansby Swanson here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Love to get Suzuki on with PCA up. Really, he's the guy that can really get things going. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Uribe pumped up there. I don't know if that was a pump up or 0 for 3 today is Suzuki. The pitch. Fouled away. Cubs will have a 120 tomorrow. Weekend set with the Seattle Mariners. Brewers off to Minneapolis to take on the Minnesota Twins at Target Field. Their current Cardinals are currently in action against the Brewers, or against the White Sox. This will be popped up, and that one will be out of play. Out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. 5-4 Cardinals in the top of the 8th. They have a liner and foul. They've put up 3 so far in the 8th. So thanks, White Sox. The Royals have a 3-1 lead over the Rangers in the 8th. Diamondbacks have a 7-1 lead over Toronto. White Sox will be heading to Toronto for the weekend. Guardians and the Giants, of course, Rafael Devers, and he went around. That'll be out number 1. 1 gone here in the 8th. Devers traded from the Red Sox to the Giants. The Red Sox are in San Francisco over the weekend. Well, that'll be interesting. Games will be happening a little bit later on tonight. Pirates, the second game of the doubleheader, will be in Detroit to face the Tigers. It'll be Paul Skeens on the mound for Pittsburgh. Game 2 of the Cardinals and White Sox will be coming up about a half hour after that one ends. Braves host the Mets. Rays host the Orioles. Down the line, foul 0-1 to PCA. Dodgers host the Padres. Finals. Twins beat the Reds today 12-5. Rockies lose to the Nationals in 11, 4-3. Yankees end the schneid. They win 7-3. And they said PCA got hit. So maybe that's the start of the rally. Or no. Yep. Let's see where it hit him. Might have just grazed the top. 7-3 Yankees. And the Tigers won the opener of their doubleheader. Just sounds like PCA's trying to argue. Be like, yo, I didn't deserve that. Or maybe you're saying, I want to hit. They're really zooming in. I think it hit him right there. But now we'll see if he tries to steal. He's gotten caught a couple of times. One of those times by William Contreras. Ball low and outside, 1-0. Dansby Swanson's left the yard earlier today. 8-5 Brewers. Our first ever Fan Focus Live. Cubs trying to do the comeback. A lot of the moments we've shown you today have been comebacks. That one, not called a strike there by Adam Beck. And it's a 2-0 count. Uribe the pitch. And that one will be called strike, 2-1. And that one just touching the zone, but we've talked about the strike zone a lot today. Definitely a lot of unique shoes by PCA. He has not tried to steal yet. Two-one count to low in the dirt at 100 miles per hour. It's a 3-1 count. These are the spots you need Dansby Swanson. He's everything he's done and what he's gotten paid to be the star. You'd love to have him in this situation. Do something. Crowd making some noise here at the confines. The Federal Landmark. The 3-1. Ball 4. And the tying run going to come to the plate here in the 8th. And some of those pitches here this inning have not looked good, are ones that you would have expected him to. Like, Adam Beck has had a interesting strike zone here today. It'll be Michael Busch at the plate as the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh for 2 and a walk. Ryan Yannishatis with you. Fan Focus Live, our first one for the Hello Chicago Network. Please subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Ball 1-0 to from Uribe. Every Monday through Friday, 3:12 Central, we're focusing on Chicago sports. Tomorrow, we're going to focus on last man standing. Brandon was just here. I got a network to win back, a title, a man that took over everything. But that's then. This is now. 1-0 count. Called strike 1-1. Uribe trying to get that ground ball and try to get out of this 8th inning. He's been pinched by home plate umpire Adam Beck. 1-1 count from Uribe to Busch. Low 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. Carson Kelly on deck. If anything, at least the Cubs are making it interesting. They were down 8-3 at one point. Brewers got to Jamison Tyone today. 2-1 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Tyone has not had a rough outing. Remember, the last 5, he was 5-0. Today, not the case. Wind blowing in today, as of right now. Definitely from center the most, but we've seen those numbers outrageous at times at Wrigley Field. Those pretty mellow. Still with some oomph can get it out, and as we've seen today. 2-2 count from Uribe to Busch. Probably going to throw something low, and he's going to swing at it. 2-2 count, the pitch. Ground ball, that is foul. 100 miles per hour. McGill is the Brewers' closer. Odds are you'll see him in the 9th if this remains a safe situation. $20-pitch inning for Uribe, still only has 1 out. 2-2 the count. The pitch wide, 3-2. And that'll continue to wake up the faithful at Wrigley Field. This usually stands for there we go. I know my family. The crowd on their feet. Carson Kelly on deck. Full count. The pitch. 4-4. And the tying runs are on base for the Cubs. And now what will Pat Murphy do? He's looking, telling him to stay back. And Carson Kelly now with a chance to cut into this 4-run deficit. And Michael Busch will be brought back, but Del Brujan now will be the pinch runner at first. That is the tying run. Fans, crowd on their feet at the corner of Clark and Addison, the federal landmark of Wrigley Field. 8-5 Brewers. Momentum swing possibly. First pitch to Carson Kelly from Uribe. Ball 1-0. And Uribe not having it today. You would think this would be the final batter. 1-0 count, the pitch. Ground ball to short. Got him at second, says C.B. Buckner. Cubs do get a run. It's 8-6. That's a fielder's choice. No argument from anyone. And that's going to bring Nico Horner to the plate. 2 runners on. So the tying run is at first. Go-ahead run at the plate. Oh, yeah, he was nowhere near. Goes his foot on the bag, though. John Birdie was just announced. He is running. He is at first base. So Cubs are going to have a boatload of defensive substitutions. Nico Horner now at the plate. 0 for 3, called strike 0-1. 2-run game. And the Cubs will have the top of their order at least one more time. Horner, not a home run hitter, still looking for his first. That place would go absolutely nuts if he could do it here, but you're just looking for that ball to hit some green grass. Ground ball into the hole, not going to get anyone. It's a one-run game. Nice job, Nico Horner. It's 8-7. Tying run now at second. Go ahead run at first here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it's going to be the rookie, Matt Shaw. That's where, if that one by the last ball hit by the last hit, you would have thought maybe if it was hit there, Bruhan would have been safe. Here comes Matt Shaw. Called strike 0-1. Tying run at second. Go ahead, run it first. This is Fan Focus Live. Ryan Yadashatis. And listen to the crowd at Wrigley Field. 0-1 count. Fouled away 0-2. Again, this is a rookie. Matt Shaw does still swing at some bad pitches, but I'm telling you right now, if he could have his baptism, if you will, at the friendly confines and make him a Chicago Cub, it's to come up big in this moment right here. 0 for 2 today. Throws over to second, Birdie. Count remains 0-2. Cubs got speed on the bases. Birdie is at second. He's got speed. That is the tying run as of right now. In the pitch. Popped up. This one will be the second baseman, and he'll make the catch. So it's a one-run game going to the 9th. You're watching the Hello Chicago Network Fan Focus here on the Hello Chicago Network. We're going to take a look real quick. I mean, hey, we got ourselves a ball game in the 9th inning, a game that we thought was over. Ryan Yadashatis with you. Glad you could join us. Head over to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and please check out if you've enjoyed. Please let me know if you've enjoyed the comment, my commentary today. Again, it's something I've done. I used to sit in my bedroom, no air conditioning, 100 degrees, announce my video games. I was doing this as of a couple of years ago. It's obvious. It's always been something very important to me, and it's always been a passion of mine. I've gone to school for it. I'm going to go back to school for it. It's just been something I've always loved to do, and I just appreciate everyone that has taken a second out of their day to watch this. From the bottom of my heart, it means everything to me. And the fact that we're getting a good game to the 9th inning, Cubs will have the top of their order coming up, but first their pitching needs to do the job. We'll see who they bring in the top half of the 9th inning. Could be Presley to shut things down. Could they bring in their closer, Daniel Palencia? We'll see what happens here. And Porter Hodge close to coming back for the Cubs. Shota Imanaga, I believe, is starting this week for the Cubs. So a lot of so hopefully this team will continue to be a loss today. They'll be 5.5 up in the National League Central. A win, if they could come back, so we'll see. A win, they'd be 7.5 up on them. Cardinals currently winning over the White Sox, but should be exciting to see what happens next with this Cub team. But a split in 2 games is big. That 5-game series should be a lot of fun coming up in August, and these 2 teams will meet up again in Milwaukee coming up next week, or not next week, the last week of July, which is going to be huge, as always. So we shall see how that goes. There's the fan of the game. A lot of crazy fans at the game today. Top of the 9th inning, 1-run game here at Wrigley. 7 o'clock tonight, we'll have the best moments from this game. A game that was 8-3 at one point, and it is 8-7. And it'll be Drew Pomeranz coming in to just, hey, all we're asking for is a clean inning. It is a 1-run game here in the top of the 9th inning. That's all you would like. Pomerantz has done a pretty good job at 0 ERA. First pitch now to Sal Frelick. Called strike 0-1. Frelick will lead things off. It's the top of the order for the Brewers. It'll be Frelick, and then Furio, and then Yelich. Fly ball, no man's land, and it's going to drop. Nice attempt by Dansby Swanson. So we didn't really want that because now the leadoff man's on, and now the two guys that have done a lot of the damage today are going to come up. That one just off the end of the glove of Dansby Swanson. So Jackson Churio, who's had one hell of a ball game today, and a chance now to guarantee a win after the Cubs come back. Make it a one-run game to the ninth. Fly ball or fouled away 0-1. Yelich to follow, and then Contreras. Defensive substitutions. McGuire now in at catcher. Justin Turner at first base, and Drew Pomerantz on the mound. Turner hasn't been there with the bat, but I'm sure he's been a very big influence in the clubhouse. Grounder to third. Shot to first. Not going to get him, but they do get the lead runner. So one out. Too slow out of the box for Matt Shaw, but I think you just want to guarantee to get one out there, and that's exactly what they do. So one out, runner at first, and now it'll be Christian Yelich. Yelich had a key play earlier on in the ball game in the first inning to get the Brewers on top. So one gone, and this could be the Contreras. This could be the reason Pomerantz is in. Not sure if this would be the final batter because William Contreras on deck. He is a right-handed hitter. Got some big righties coming up. First pitch. Ball inside, 1-0. Cubs in the bottom half of the ninth inning will have the top of their order. It'll be Happ, Tucker, Suzuki. If they can keep this a one-run game, I wouldn't want to leave here, folks. 1-0. Fouled away, runner was going. You want to keep that high energy here, and I think keeping it at a one-run game in the top of that order could be some magic in the bottom of this inning. We shall see. We've shown a lot of walk-offs and a lot of comeback Cubs wins in between innings. Called strike. 1-2. Touched a part of the zone. 1-2 count from Drew Pomerantz to Christian Yelich, who's 2 for 4 today. 5th at bat. We'll toss back over to first. Justin Turner being a Cub. Remember all those? We've been showing a lot of the highlights came from when this rivalry was really fierce back in 2017, 18, 19. Turner was a Dodger, and he was hated. Ball. He's probably hated by both these teams because the Dodgers eliminated the Brewers from the 2018 playoffs. 2-2 count from Yelich from Pomerantz. Called strike 3. 2 gone. Churio steals second. Well, that's going to be a big insurance run. And now it'll be William Contreras. So 2 out. So 2 gone here in the ninth, and they are going to, I was going to say maybe they'll intentionally walk Contreras. So that means a force out at any base. And Bryce Terang will come to the plate now. Pomerantz trying to get this to the ninth. I think it'll be McGill's their closer. There's 2 McGills in baseball. One just got put on the IL. I think that was Tyler McGill. So I believe the Brewers have the other McGill, which I can't think of his name, but I'm sure we'll see him in the bottom half of this inning. 1 for 4 is Bryce Terang, and a huge at-bat here for him. Lefty versus lefty. 1-0 count the pitch. Ball way inside, 2-0. Rhys Hoskins on deck. Not sure if the Cubs have anyone up in the bullpen, but that could be a huge at-bat for Rhys Hoskins, who's already left the yard today. 2-0 count. Foul. Fan Focus Live, our first one, and what a game we got. It's been fun. Cubs 6.5 games up in the Central. Brewers needing this one at least to even up, to split these 2 games here in the middle of June. 2-1 count the pitch. Fouled away 2-2. One more pitch here, and now the fans will rise. One more strike. And who knows what can happen in the bottom of this inning. 2-2 count, 2 gone here in the 9th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. To the bottom of the 9th. Do not move. This is going to be fun. Cubs down 1. You're watching Fan Focus Live on the Hello Chicago Network.
A crucial NL Central clash between the first-place Cubs and second-place Brewers. The Cubs trying to shrink their magic number, pick up the action. Game tied at 2 in the 8th. The man on for Eric Thames facing Justin Wilson.
Line drive, base hit, right field. Go-ahead run is in. Milwaukee takes a 3-2 lead here in the 8th inning. 2 down, 9th inning.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit.
Javier Baez delivers. Bases loaded, 1 away, bottom of the 9th. The pitch to Santana. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Here we go. The pitch. Bounce back to Davis. We're going to extras.
Bryant hits a fly ball to deep center field. Back goes Broxton. Back to the wall. It's got a chance. Gone.
5-3 in the 10th.
Wow. You don't see him typically show that much emotion.
The Cubs take out the Brewers 5-3 in 10 innings.
Oh, it's time here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs have 1, 2, 3 in their order, and it's Trevor McGill. That's what I was trying to come up with. He's allowed 1 home run, a 2.96 ERA, and he's trying to send this thing and split this series with the Cubs. See if he can do that. Fan Focus Live. Don't forget to, like we keep saying, subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Just search Hello Chicago Network. If you are watching this on the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to everyone that's taken a second out of their day to watch what has been, we thought it was an ugly game, but it is at least going to be entertaining going to the 9th, top of the order against Trevor McGill. Cardinals currently winning. Well, this is a big game, and the Cubs will have a 4-game series next week with the Cardinals in St. Louis. And Ian Happ will come to the plate. He's homered. Hit a homer from the right side earlier today. Fans are awake. They're ready to go. And what rally caps on in the bleachers. The bleacher bums are ready. And here we go. First pitch. Ball outside, 1-0. It did look like it was in the strike zone, but it seems like Adam Beck's strike zone has changed in this game. 1-0 count to Ian Happ. Fouled away. Tying run at the plate. Cubs were down 8-3 at one point in this one. And McGill, he was very excited. Fouled away down the first baseline when he got one of his when he got one of his wins. I believe, or one of his saves, I believe, on Sunday. There's the Cubs. Speaking of Sunday, there's the Cubs walk-off win from Sunday. Ian Happ can't get a walk-off here, but can definitely contribute. Ian Happ ready on the 1-2 to pitch, way outside, 2-2, 100 miles per hour. Brewers have some slingers in this bullpen. Fans, some with shirts on, some with shirts off, all of them in unison ready for this ninth inning. The 2-2, way outside, 3-2. 101 miles per hour. Crowd on their feet, a packed house. Where else than Wrigley Field at 4 o'clock on a Thursday? The pitch, strike 3, wow! I called it too early. And I mean, I got to agree with the Brewers there. That one looked, I called it strike 3. And they're going to call that ball 4. Cubs will take it. That one's on the outside zone. Adam Beck's had a weird strike zone today. Cubs will take that one. The tying run. And Pat Murphy having some words for Adam Beck. And the winning run at the plate. And it is Kyle Tucker. First pitch. Ball way outside high, 1-0. Who would have thought Brandon was on here? The 3-run homer was 8-3. Who even thought this scenario that we're seeing right now was even a possibility in this game? 1-0 count to Tucker. Swing and a miss at 99. Cody Rhodes pumped up. Let's walk it off. Let's get the tying run in first, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching Fan Focus Live, Ryan Yanishadis with you. The tying run on for the Cubs. Go ahead run at the plate. Cubs got a gifted first base. It should have been strike 3. He looks like he went. Over appeal, he did. So third base umpire Scott Berry. The 40,000 umpires in the stands do not agree. Kyle Tucker's not, and now he'll probably do it as I say this, not a guy that strikes out. But again, with this umpire, McGill not happy. He looks flustered. He looks angry, and I can tell if he gets out of this, it's going to be a big old fist bump, and he deserves it because he got screwed on that call. And he's trying to get out of it. But Tucker's not a strikeout guy, but as I say that, not swinging, I should say. 1-2 count the pitch to Tucker. He does exactly what I say he doesn't do. One away here in the ninth, and now it'll be Seiya Suzuki. Brewers 2 outs away from escaping Wrigley with a victory. Didn't look good on that one. Seiya hit a 3-run homer to give the Cubs their last lead. That was Tuesday night. He's 0 for 4 today. Could you imagine if we could get a hold of one here? Ball high and outside, 1-0. And the man is on deck, Pete Crow Armstrong. Anything but a double play, he's going to get a chance and be the go-ahead, the winning run, which I'm excited to see, but he's also a guy that, in the moment, isn't clutch. He strikes out too much. So we'll see. This is the pessimistic Cub fan coming out of me here in the ninth inning. Look at this stadium. Not many places can fill up a ballpark on a Thursday afternoon. Just saying. 1-1 count the pitch. Strike. 1-2. PCA on deck. Ian Happ at first with a walk. That probably should have been called strike 3, but the Cubs will take it. Let's see what Seiya Suzuki can do. Ball high, 100 miles per hour in on the hands. McGill looks really amped up here. Now, I don't know if that's going to work for him or against him. Brewers trying to hold on in Milwaukee, the pitch. Ball 3-2. And Pat Murphy's probably going to get run here. Because I believe he's using some not-so-choice words. And, I mean, that's a strike as well if you're going by the box. And Pat Murphy, nothing yet. 3-2 count to Suzuki, the pitch. The ball to third, gets him to second. And the Brewers hold on, put it in the books. And the Brewers do salvage the finale. They split. PCA gets left at first, or left on deck. And the Brewers do win. So the Brewers now be 5.5 games out of the National League Central. And the Cubs will now be 5.5 up on them, and I believe 6 on the Cardinals. So that will do it for this game. Everyone, I'd like to thank you all for watching Fan Focus Live. My first one. Hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we're going to do a fan or a focus on the last man standing match this weekend for Ringside Report for that's coming up Sunday on Raise the Bar TV. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Once again, the final, the Brewers win this one of a final of 7-6 or 8-7. 8-7 is the final. They win this one to close it out. That'll do it for me. I am Ryan Yanishas. We're back tomorrow, 3:12 Central. Thank you for watching the Hello Chicago Network. We're the focus of Chicago sports.